Teams for the Crows and Carlton will be named tonight ahead of the Gather Round opener at Adelaide Oval tomorrow night. The Crows held an open training session this morning. Darcy Fogarty looking to return from a knee injury. Melbourne coach Simon Goodwin is confident Ben Brown will return this weekend and has no issues going taller in attack for Saturday's clash against Essendon. Geelong's Gary Rowan and Hawthorn's Will Day will both challenge their bans for dangerous tackles at the AFL Tribunal. And the Matildas' 2-0 win over England could prove costly with injury concerns for two players. Now checking FIVEAA traffic.
Worried about cheap insurance? Who offers great value cover you won't regret? Amy does. Before buying insurance issued by Amy, read the PDS and TMD at amy.com.au and consider whether it's right for you.
At McLaren Vale, got a car rollover, Main Road near McMurtry Road. Glenalta, Fallen Tree, Main Road near Lapis Road, blocking one lane city-bound. While Torrens, urgent electrical works. On Coringa Valley Road near Burford's Road, she's now to 40 k's. Busy right now, South Road at Mile End with cameras today. Glen Osmond Road, Middle Bank, and Wattle Street at Fullerton. Did you know it took 21 attempts to create Guzmani Gomez's perfectly crunchy corn chips, which are made fresh in store every day? Look up hashtag GYG Did You Know for more. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on FIVEAA.
Now the FIVEAA forecast.
Get the Toyota Forklift Advantage. Visit toyotamaterialhandling.com.au.
A shower or two this afternoon, cloudy tomorrow 21, Friday a sunny morning with a shower or two later 26, Saturday 19. Right now it's 19 degrees. Now let's hear what's happening on 9 News tonight.
Tens of thousands of people begin pouring into Adelaide for our Festival of Footy. Just how much it means for SA. A predator massage therapist confesses his crimes. We reveal who he is. The major supermarket dropping the price of hundreds of products for the next 12 weeks. And could fasting help ward off dementia? I'm Brenton Raglas. The full story on 9 News tonight at 6.
The FIVEAA Sports Show. Rowey and Timmy G.
5 minutes after 4, hump day on your Wednesday afternoon, and it is one more sleep to gather round as South Australia builds up to a historic weekend of football. As I welcome Tim Ginniver and Stephen Rowe. Boys, good afternoon.
Yes, gather around, gather around, gather around. Tickets, please, coming through. We have got heaps of things to give away tonight. We'll be giving away tickets for you and three mates to go see FIVEAA v the Suns, Tigers v the Swans, or Crows v Carlton tomorrow night. Aren't they the hottest tickets in town? So we'll be doing all of that as well as just running through. We got some big names on the show tonight too, some huge names, and we'll be talking lots of football because Gather Round has gathered enormous momentum as I welcome Stephen Rowe. Is it bigger than what you expected?
Well, it's looming like that. I'm starting to get a bit excited, and I know it's big when you have friends ring. Can you get tickets to the Port game? Can you get tickets to the Crows game? Can you get tickets here? Can you get tickets there? So I ring Mouse, because Mouse can get tickets. Yeah. So there's a little ticket
wow,
for him.
well, I'll bet.
He was a bit disappointed yesterday that Cornsey said that he didn't like him. Well, he does like you, Mouse. That's just Cornsey's humour, isn't it?
Correct.
He doesn't like you and he doesn't like me. But you know what? It is building because, A, you start getting inquiry. B, most of the games are sold out. C, I walk through town or drive through town. There are people everywhere. 180,000. It'll probably swell to 200,000.
Well, when you've got everything like hotel room occupied,
booked,
you know it's going crazy.
So try and get into it. Try and get into your favourite restaurant this weekend. Yeah. Try and get into Gaucho's or La Vita or any of your great restaurants that you absolutely love. Good luck.
Yeah.
That's great for the state.
Yeah, where do they do pie floaters?
No, we don't worry about them. They went out with button-up boots. Picky Flat's going to have like a little village. There's going to be zip.
Food trucks.
Oh, and more importantly, both our teams won. Both have winnable games. They're home and they've got a national audience.
Well,
that is huge.
It's definitely gathering momentum because, well, basically, Gillon McLaughlin, he said, well, it's sold out, and the Premier said it's booked out.
Hotel rooms are booked out. Restaurants are set to do a roaring trade, and South Australians are going to celebrate our footy past, our footy tradition in a modern context with a great new initiative from the AFL.
Roll into this round 5 gather round with now, I think by the end of the day, 7 of the 9 games will be sold out. I think it'll be Friday afternoon at Norwood Oval and some tickets for Friday night, and it's just an incredible position we're in.
I've also had people say, look, if anybody's short, I've got a bed, I could rent that out.
Airbnbs have gone next level.
Yeah.
You should have rented your house out.
Yeah, good point. If it was maybe a bit closer, maybe at Norwood. Somebody at Norwood could do that.
Well, I'm at Prospect. I could re-rent my rental.
Well, that's legal, but anyway, we'll see how we go. But it is enormous, and you can just hear from those statements.
It is exciting.
All the hotel rooms, everything's booked out. The games, 7 out of 9 games. I was just wondering, when is the last time an AFL round would have had 7 of its 9 games sold out?
Well, I think that rivalry round's a damn good one.
Yeah.
I think the Anzac Week round's a good one. And remember, you've got the MCG. So if you've got 100,000 there, forget the numbers. Sold out. I mean, Nord Oval can only take, 12,000? I think they're around 8.
Yep.
Adelaide Oval sold out tomorrow night. Your game, the Western Bulldogs Port game, sold out. That St Kilda game v Collingwood on Sunday, that'll sell out. Like when I looked at that round when it landed, I said, God, they're crap games. I mean, who's going to go and watch?
Because you don't know the form.
Because you don't. Who would have said St Kilda would be 4-0?
Correct.
It's only happened 5 times in their history.
Wow.
They're 4-0. And
Ross
every
the
time
boss.
they made the finals.
Ross the boss.
Ross
Unreal.
the boss.
Hey, mate, there's a big occasion for Adelaide, and it's part of the development. And Matty Nix, well, he knows this, and he's basically saying, we're on a big stage tonight.
There's no doubt we'll talk through that, the challenges that come with it. It's a big stage. It's the ability to perform. We've actually probably let ourselves down once or twice over the last 2 or 3 years. A young group getting in that situation. So we'd like to think we've learned from those.
We've got Brodie Smith coming on at 5:30 tonight. We'll ask him a few questions about that statement, I think, because he's going to play an important role as a senior player. But tonight, 5:50, we'll get the teams and we'll find out who's in. I've got a few questions for you because I reckon it's going to be one of the toughest selection nights for Matty Nix in his tenure at the Adelaide Crows.
Well, it will. And just back to Nixie, he's right. They've had stage fright. National TV audience, the big stage, they haven't set up. Now, I can't wait for the game tomorrow. And just on that, we've got Gil McLaughlin in our commentary box. 5:30 tomorrow.
Yeah.
So make sure you wear...
Have you locked him in there now?
Well,
he can't get out.
Oh, well, no. Well, he can. Here's the thing with selection, Timmy. You don't change your winning team unless an absolute star's returning. That's my philosophy.
Yep. Okay. Well, I'm going to throw a few names at you, and you tell me what you think. Okay, so McAdam v Gallant, the incumbent.
Well, Gallant came in for McAdam. I just think with McAdam, he wasn't in ripping form. He's been out for 3. I think for team balance, he misses. I'm not putting him straight back in.
Okay. Pedler v either McHenry or Murphy.
I'd make Peds the sub. I'm not changing McHenry or Murphy as well. That combination with that forward line was the best that's worked all year. And again, they're the incumbent. It wasn't Ped's fault that he got a game for a sling tackle. I wouldn't have got that. But I think he's got to bide his time and come back in. I'm not moving McHenry or Murphy.
Because when you win and you play well, it's the old 9/10 of the law is possession.
It is. You don't change a winning team.
Young Berry v, say, either Schomburg or Chase Jones?
That is a hard one. But again, Berry wasn't exactly in ripping form. I think that midfield now that Dawson's in there could tip him out. The fact that Schomburg, Chase Jones, Ned McHenry and Murphy have all gone back through the sample, I think Berry might have to do the same thing.
You love an incumbent. Now, this one's going to test you. Fogarty, if fit, comes in for who?
You don't change a winning team unless it's an absolute star.
Got a broken record here.
Wow. That's my philosophy.
Yeah.
Darcy Fogarty at his absolute best tips Gallant out. Gallant would be stiff, but I'm playing Darcy Fogarty. That's the only one that I would do of those 4. Now, you can't make multiple changes. You see how they played on the weekend? They were terrific. The other big alarming one for me is Butsy. Yep. Jordan Butts. Yep. Is he okay? So depending on whether he comes up or not, that could change things. But I'm not putting McAdam in. I'm not putting Pedler in. I'm not putting Berry in. Tough calls. At the very least, maybe Berry or a Pedler comes in for Schonberg as that sub. I'm not dropping Chase Jones. He looked the best I've seen him for some time.
It's rare you play a sub twice.
And if Fogg's fit, he comes in. Bang. I'm making one move.
The Butts question is a big one.
That's an alarming one.
How do you fill that gap?
Well, Harry Mackay, kick 4. Charlie Curnow kicked 6, 10 of their goals. Have a look at those two in the Carlton's team. They're not exactly rocking and rolling, Carlton, by the way. They've got over a couple. They had that draw versus Richmond. They're not exactly
Won by 10 points.
flying.
Yeah.
Are we going to talk about Mackay getting
Well,
off?
I'm glad you brought that up.
Come on.
Because
Did I not say off air, I told you so?
lots of people did, though. Lots of people did because they were fearing exactly that. So Harry Mackay gets off his one game, challenged it and said, impact was low, and they won that case. That's off. Tom Lynch of Richmond, he concusses a guy, and he goes straight to the tribunal, and actually, no, you get 0. 0 games.
We've got Barmy. We'll put that to Barmy.
Yeah.
So here's the thing that I used to debate with Bix a lot. Is it the action or the outcome?
Yeah.
Now, I was told you knock someone out, forget the action, whether there's intent or whatnot. If it's careless, severe and high, which Tom Lynch's was, and Keith was concussed, subbed out, won't play this week, didn't play that game.
Correct.
You get a game at the minimum.
It's a minimum.
Here's the other thing. There was a lad called Shane McCann, was there not, who had a careless, severe, high contact. And did he or did he not get 3 weeks?
3.
Now, he had a little bit more intent than this one.
Yeah, agreed.
But how they could say Tom Lynch gets off for that, oh, my God.
It's sort of...
It's a head scratcher.
It's merging into gather around. Will Day got 2 and Gary Rowan got 1, both for sling tackles. Both are challenging. So they've probably seen the results there and thought, well, we might as well have a go as
Tribunal's going
well.
to sit during the Crows game tomorrow night as well.
Both of them, frame for frame, and I watched this today in the sport desk, were worse than Pedlars.
Yeah, right.
And the outcome for both the players they hit were worse than Pedlars. Pedlar got 1. If either of those boys get off, either the Crows have to do one of 2 things. Get a new bloody advocate and start appealing these.
Or move to Melbourne.
Or move to Melbourne and wear a jumper that is very similar to Carlton's or Richmond's.
Unbelievable.
Or Collingwood's.
Yeah.
Or Geelong's. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a bit...
You see where I'm coming from with that?
Absolutely. It's frustrating. Absolutely frustrating. So,
isn't there such a thing as precedence?
Yes, absolutely.
So I think there's confusion now in the MRO. And these reports.
And you do refer to those cases. They all refer to cases and say, well, what about this one? It's close to this one, and look at the impact on that and the like. I just can't see how they've made cases for their 2, especially the Lynch one, because of Keith actually being out of the game and not playing this week. So
they said
the
there
ones
was
that worry
no
me.
intent. He didn't deliberately bump. He checked himself, so it wasn't rough conduct. What?
I think it was a sandwich in the middle, yes. But I think, look, our good colleague... Ryan Fitzgerald got himself in a bit of a war on Twitter because he said
he loves Twitter.
Protect the head, protect the head, protect the head, protect the head. Harry Mackay, fine.
Yeah,
and it was a really good tweet, and then of course it took off from there.
Yeah, I'm of this belief. Harry Mackay, I don't think there was an intent to hit a 5'9" in the head. He got him in the shoulder and it slid up, but it got him in the head.
It did.
If that player. Owies, was it?
No,
Sheasel, that's it.
Yep.
Sheasel.
Harry.
The old Harry Sheasel.
Sheasel.
If that kid had got concussed, he would have got a game.
Yeah.
I'm a firm advocate of this. If the action is that, which was poor, you don't leave with your elbow.
No, it was horrible.
But he is 202 centimetres, the other bloke's 5'8".
Give him that.
And he jumps up and plays on, which Sheasel did.
Yeah.
I'm quite happy that he gets let off, to be honest. I don't think you can miss a game if the player plays on.
We'll talk about that just after the break, but I'm really keen to just get into your head about where you're going to beat Carlton, how you're going to beat them.
Okay, we'll do all that after the break. It's 17 after 4. We'd love your calls. 8223 0000.
He hasn't thought about it.
I know. Well, Brody Smith's going to have some thoughts as well. Neil Baum from Richmond Footy Club's going to join us. Adam Kingsley, the coach of the Giants, on the show. Where are they now? Callum Mills from the Swans, Lewis Young from the Blues, and each hour we will be giving away 4 tickets to various gather-round matches, including that sold-out Crows-Carlton match tomorrow night. Get on the phone, 8223 0000. We'll do that next.
Rowey and Timmy G on the FIVEAA Sports Show.
Australia's first ever Live Golf Tournament hits Adelaide at the Grange Golf Course April 21 to 23. See world-class golfers including legends Phil Mickelson, Dustin Johnson and Sergio Garcia, as well as Australia's own Cam Smith. Go head-to-head in a high-stakes weekend of golf, shotgun starts, fan village fun and live music. Hospitality experiences are selling fast but still available, so get to livegolf.com to secure your place on course today. Proudly supported by 1395. Adelaide's FIVEAA.
Hi, Katie Bridges here, Market Lead at FIVEAA. The Vinnie's CEO Sleepout is back, June 22nd at the home of tennis in SA, The Drive. 2023 will mark my third time sleeping out. I keep coming back to the Vinnie's CEO Sleepout because everyone deserves a safe place to call home, and I know the funds we raise are in good hands with Vinnie's. If you're a business or community leader who cares about our community like I do, don't drop the ball. Sign up now at ceosleepout.org.au.
With power prices continuing to soar, Solar Heart is helping smart Australians soak up more sunshine, store more energy and save more money on every bill. And right now, you can save up to $1,000 on Solar Heart solar power systems, including our new high-performance 415-watt silhouette panels. The bigger the system, the bigger the saving. So don't settle for soaring power prices. Get smart. Get Solar Heart. Terms and conditions apply.
Now, I know we're just warming up to this AFL season, and, you know, Stephen, I reckon it's never too early, I don't reckon, to start talking about the grand final, because you know what? We don't know who's going to be there. I'll let you know something. I know it could be you.
Well, here's the thing about an AFL grand final. Everyone who loves this great game needs to go to one.
Correct.
Deserves to go to one.
Here's your chance.
And I'd love them to go to one. And here is your chance. Our own SA Gather Round, as you know, is giving you the chance to win 2 tickets to the big day. You say, how? How? What? Here's all you need to do. Go to a Gather Round match. Just by being there by quarter time on your match day, you have a chance to win 2 tickets. Yes, 2 tickets to the 2023 Toyota AFL Grand Final. Did I sound like a voice man then? Probably not. Who's the dude that used to do it? He was really good.
Yes, Craig
Willis.
Correct. There you go. And
he was really good.
You win 2 tickets to the AFL Grand Final. Congratulations.
No, he doesn't.
No. Look, though, if you are going to a Gather Round match, you are in the draw. Now, for details and terms and conditions, go to afl.com.au/gather round and you will get everything you need to know there. So just by attending, it's simple as that, and you could be at the AFL Grand Final. So good luck with it. The AFL authorised GF promotion code is GFAFL23/31.
Whether a hobby or a full-blown dairy and livestock farm, they all have one thing in common: the need for good quality steel to keep livestock safe and secure. At Norr Metals, we have just that. From rural fencing and gates to droppers, loading ramps and more, you'll find what you need for your farm. And if we don't, we'll source it for you quickly and at the best price. No matter what kind of farm you have, we'll help you out. At Norr Metals, 255 Grand Junction Road, Ottawa.
Hurry into Ranella Mazda. We're stocked with CX-5 and CX-9 ready for immediate delivery. No reasonable offer will be refused. CX-5 and CX-9 stock must be cleared. Just 25 minutes from the CBD. Only at Ranella Mazda. LVD 152780.
When you've been around for over a century, you know a thing or two. And Business SA and Ray White have almost 300 years between them. So when an alliance is formed between Business SA and Ray White Business Sales SA, they're bringing all their experience to your business, making sure it's in top shape, whether you're buying, selling, or somewhere in between. So go on, touch base with the experts. Search Ray White Business Sales SA. Proudly partnered with Business SA.
With more stores close to home and everyday low prices, great food lives at Foodland, the mighty South Aussies.
Rowey and Timmy G on the FIVEAA Sports Show.
22 minutes after 4. Get to your calls in just 1 second. 8223 0000. Let's check your traffic. Rossdale Homes, the custom home 2-storey split-level specialist.
At Mount Torrens got urgent electrical works on Cabringa Valley Road near Burfords Road. She's out of 40 k's both directions. Busy in a few spots in the drive home. South Road at Mile End, also Tapley's Hill Road at Glenelg North starting to get busy. Got lane activation at Queenstown, Old Port Road near Wilson Street. Speeds at 40 with cameras Main Road Belair and McGill Road at McGill. IKEA, the home of lower prices and great solutions. They're always finding new ways to lower costs and pass those savings on to you. Shop online or in-store now at IKEA. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Got a Foodland text. The Crows have nothing to worry about against the Blues. The last time the Blues beat the Crows in Adelaide was 2010. Never beaten them in Adelaide Oval. You asked me the question. I don't think Carlton realise how good the Crows' intensity at the ball and the body is and how competitive they are. And I look at their games. Richmond, they drew that round one. That was a nothing game. Beat Geelong. Well, everyone's beaten Geelong other than this week. They beat GWS and just got over North. They've played no one, Carlton. They would be more worried than anyone.
This will probably be their hardest game.
This will be their hardest game. Hello, Kim at Tea Tree Gully.
How are you going, Rowey? Tim?
Hey, Kim.
Honestly, mate, I'm gobsmacked with these decisions that the tribunals made with Mackay and Lynch. Any reasonable thinking person would have to say that those guys had to get a game or two. It's beyond comprehension. But time and time again, you see when it's the interstate players, they get pinged, or with any Victorian team, the rose-coloured glasses come under, the bias comes out. It's just not right. Honestly, if Gillon McLaughlin is, got any principles, and he's too frightened to call these people into account, or he doesn't want to ruffle any feathers, he's drunk too much of that Yarra water over there. And what he wants to do, honestly, he wants to put the parachute on now and jump into a tub of snowflakes, because that's what he's turned into.
Do you know what? In defence of Gill, Kevin, we've all had a crack over the years. He doesn't interfere with an independent AFL tribunal.
Well, you can't say those two things together. Independent AFL tribunal,
the
but
tribunal.
He doesn't interfere with the
it's
tribunal.
It's meant to be independent, and it's got nothing to do with the AFL. Now you can frown, but that is fact. Now what the AFL can do, any of the commission or the executive, if it's manifestly wrong, the tribunal, they can then challenge the tribunal's decision. Now, they've done that over the past. This isn't one of them that you would do that for, but Kim, it's a bloody head-scratcher.
It is.
Both of them.
That's a great call. We've got Rosemary. G'day, Rosemary.
Good evening, Timmy. Happy birthday to you. I hope you have a wonderful evening tonight.
Hang on.
Somebody's gone early. Thanks, Rosemary, but it's tomorrow. It's tomorrow. But thank you for your wishes. I don't know. Somebody's, you know what social media's like. Somebody's probably put it out there, and yeah, it's just
geez, bigger than Ben Hur this birthday. Yeah, when I got to work, there were balloons. There was the biggest box of what are they called? The favourites that I've ever seen.
They went early here as well, Rosemary. So don't worry.
God.
Oh well, you'll get double fold then, won't you? Tell everyone it's not today, it's not tomorrow, it's the next day. You can have 3 times.
Great call. Let's gather round for Timmy.
That's right. And firstly, just a little warning if to you, Stephen, if you have Gil in the box on Saturday night, be on your best behaviour.
Well, no, it's tomorrow at 5:30 in our 5AA commentary box before the Carlton game. I don't have to be in my best behaviour. I don't have to turn it on for Gil. Do I have to get the jodhpurs out and the RM Williams and the rod and gun shirt with the puffer jacket and the...
Don't yell at him. Don't yell at him. I mean, we're getting bad treatment now, and it's like, and that's what I'll reiterate. So angry at the decisions that went against South Australia, in particular the Crows. And I'm not just saying that, Timmy. You guys haven't had as many slaps in the face as what our boys have had, and it just gets to you sometimes when we're the team that just take it, and it's so confronting.
Yeah, thanks, Rosemary. A lot of people think like that. I think, yeah, you're right. I think we can arc up a bit more. We're out of sight, out of mind. The club, I think.
Well, the club had a fair crack at the McAdam case.
Well, they did.
They had a fair crack at that.
Yeah, but mate, he got 3.
Yeah, lost twice.
So like I said, who's our advocacy? Hello, Chris.
Rowey, how are you, mate?
We're all with you, mate.
Who's responsible for the service at Adelaide Oval? Was that the SMA?
Yeah, they own it or run it.
Oh, yeah. So can you get a rocket up before gather round? If they can't cope with 33,000 at the Crows game, you have to line up for 20 minutes to get a beer. How are they going to cope with full house for 5 days?
What happened there, Chris? Where were you?
Really?
On the Eastern Wing, mate, and the lower level.
Yeah, yeah.
So There's 2 people serving in the kiosk. It takes you 10 minutes to get served in the kiosk and it takes you 20+ minutes to get a beer.
Okay, hang on.
Not
The
sure how
Eastern
that's gonna go.
Grandstand, that's not the Gary
That
McIntosh
is the Gary
bar, is it?
McIntosh bar. That is.
No, not in the bar, just in the normal bars down on level 1.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
just where the normal punter goes. You've got 50-metre lines going in 2 directions.
No, that's not good enough.
And there was only 33,000 people there. If we got a full house on Thursday night, how are they going to cope? And if we could try and leave an impression that we want this again next year, people at the MCG where it takes you 2 minutes to get a beer aren't going to be impressed with it.
Well, no, it doesn't, Chris. I've been to the last whatever grand finals, and it is just ridiculous. The lines there for a wee.
They do have
or
those
for
multiple
food.
pourers, though.
Oh, mate,
That's
it's
one
the
thing they do
slowest
have.
service
Yeah.
in ever. I just about line up the whole game.
Yeah.
Ferrying drinks back to the boys.
Wow.
Nah, don't say MCG's better.
Well,
it ain't.
You'll be there Thursday night. We'll be able to keep an eye on it.
Well, we
anyway.
might have to put a call through the SMA. That's probably not a bad call.
All right, we might do something like that in the next day or two. It is 29 after 4. After the break with the headlines, we're going to speak to Callum Mills from the Sydney Swans and still a chance to give away some tickets to Gather Round.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
5AA Breakfast.
The Premier of South Australia is in the 5AA Breakfast studio with us.
There's a certain group of people who go, oh, is this bread and circuses? But it does feel, most South Australians are pretty revved up about this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Informing Adelaide.
Even the non-footy observer realises something special's come to town that's unique, that's filled every hotel room. Bars and restaurants are reporting through to us that their bookings have never been stronger. Even if you're not into your footy, it feels like there's a genuine economic benefit to the state.
6 a.m. weekdays on 5AA. This is Adelaide's 5AA.
Good afternoon, Mel Usher with news headlines. SAPOL has launched a road safety blitz as we head into our 4 days of Festival of Footy. Federal opposition leader Peter Dutton has returned to Alice Springs nearly 6 months on from his last visit. People can now practice voting online ahead of the Voice referendum later this year. And in sport, we'll find out next hour who's in and who's out for the Crows Gather Round opener. Now checking 5AA traffic.
Worried about cheap insurance? Who offers great value cover you won't regret? Amy does. Before buying insurance issued by Amy, read the PDS and TMD at amy.com.au and consider whether it's right for you.
At Mount Torrens, got urgent electrical works on Coringa Valley Road near Burford's Road. Standard 40 k's both directions. Busy at the moment. Paynham Road at Lambert Road. Also Robe Terrace at Northcote Terrace pretty busy. Got lane out of action and slowing things up at Woodville this afternoon. Woodville Road near Bower Street with cameras at the moment. Springbank Road, Clapham and Wakefield Road in the city. My Car Tyre and Auto, the tyre and auto experts that put people first. Call 13 13 28 or visit mycar.com.au to find your nearest store. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
The 5AA forecast, partly cloudy tonight, down to 13, partly cloudy tomorrow, 21. Right now, it's 19 degrees. We'll have more news at 5, and as it happens, on 5AA.
For nearly 40 years, no one has done certified used cars quite like Steinborner Automotive, with dedicated yards including SA's best range of commercials loaded and ready to go, including SA's only dedicated small car and SUV centre, and SA's only large SUV and 4x4 centre suited for any lifestyle. Steinborner still also has the best range of Commodores from ZBs to the collectibles. View all late model used vehicles at steinborner.com.au. Steinborner Automotive. It's well worth the trip.
You don't think it's ever going to happen to you. I knew our relationship was strained, especially with both of us working full-time and having 3 young kids, but I didn't think I'd ever hear the word separation. That's why I went to Marnie's lawyers. The first meeting was free, and they guided me through everything from the divorce, property settlement, and arrangements with the kids. Thanks to the team at Marnie's, I was able to move on with my life.
Marnie's Lawyers, Adelaide's family law experts. marnies.net.au.
Now, you don't just do a good barbie, we know that. You've got to be a tong master. You don't just throw the snags up and down. You've got to earn the title of Backyard Hospitality Director. So when you do get that, you deserve the very best outdoor kitchen from Adelaide Outdoor Kitchens. You can match it up with the best appliances, a bar, fridge, pizza oven, stun your guests. The most magnificent concrete bench tops that they make down there are incredible, Rowey.
Well, they do. They do these in indoor, concrete bench tops. They're handmade bench tops, can really update any kitchen space. They're classy, they're custom made for you. Every piece is uniquely yours.
Well, I've been down there to Seaford Meadows and had a look at the showroom at FIVEAA Circuit, and I'm telling you, you'll see these concrete bench tops. They look immaculate. They're incredibly made. It is magnificent. It's like a barbecue heaven to go out the back there and have a look. It's incredible. The best backyard hospitality directors choose Adelaide Outdoor Kitchens. Go to adelaideoutdoorkitchens.com.au.
If you're outgrowing your home, it could be time to select a granny flat. At Selector Homes, we've been building transportable granny flats for over 25 years. And now we can build them on a slab, which means your whole home and new granny flat are on the same level. No stairs and seamless living. Also, we can build to the perimeter of your block, saving you space. Fixed price, no hidden costs. Walk through the Haven Granny Flat at the Selector Homes Display Village, Port Wakefield Road, Burton.
The only thing better than Aldi's Aussie red seedless grapes, now only $3.49 per kilo, is having someone feed you those grapes. Faster, whatever your name is. It's Ego, sire. Aldi, good, different.
With more stores close to home and everyday low prices, great food lives at Foodland, the mighty South Aussies.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
26 minutes to 5. Where are they now? Coming up a bit later, Brodie Smith on the show, and we have a bunch of chances for you to win tickets for you and three mates to gather round matches this weekend.
Yes, certainly. Sydney lost it was a hard stopper v Port Saturday night. Joining us, Swans co-captain Callum Mills. Callum, welcome.
Hey guys, thanks for having me.
Have you moved on from that loss, the 24-hour rule?
Yeah, we have. We reviewed it, and then it's as soon as we've done that, we put it behind us, which is nice.
Yeah. Ollie Florence kick looked flush off the boot. You were on the goal line. You bolted. What the hell happened to that cod, Callum?
Yeah, still a bit raw that one, but the old rule never assume. It makes the asked out of me and you, so I think it was a bit of that one.
You weren't on your Pat Malone. Our commentary co-host here is Timmy Ginniver. He's a Port Adelaide great. He calls for 5AA, has done for about 25 years. Here's how he called it.
This is a vital kick for Florent. This is vital. He has nailed it. He has nailed it.
Hang on.
Hang on.
It hasn't made the distance.
It didn't make the distance. They thought it was over, and it's been marked by Bergman. What scenes we've seen!
Callum, so a 25-year-old veteran of calling even called it through. I mean, honestly, it was just...
I was with you, Callum. I jumped on top of Florent at that stage.
Yeah, no, I think you're allowed to call it like that, but when you're on the goal line, I think you've got to wait till it goes over. So, bit of a raw one, but, it is what it is. Can't change it now.
You had them on toast a couple of times, Port Adelaide, that is. I'm not saying you let them in. Losing the McCartan boys didn't help, did it?
I guess that's just footy, really. I thought we adapted really well. Ramps played really well on Dixon, and Nick Blakey played tall, and I didn't think there was too much of a, we obviously love those boys, but in terms of, I thought our boys adapted really well. It was just a few lapses in, D50 stoppages and not being able to connect forward of centre is sort of what hurt us, I think.
Yeah, how did you summarise that? You had plenty of entries, 67, but not at a great success rate once you got in there. The conditions did seem very blustery and quite confusing, especially the Paddington end.
Yeah, it was a bit confusing, but as I sort of said, there was a few things that we sort of reviewed and wanted to get better at, and the forward connection was one of them, and that just sometimes takes a bit of time of training together and working on your patterns and things like that. So we'll work on it and get better.
When will you guys get into town?
We'll arrive tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah, we'll gather around, sort of gathering some momentum already. There's lots of people coming into Adelaide. It's got a different vibe about it. It's sort of like COVID without the mask. It's like everybody's going to be in one centre. How are the players actually taken to the idea of it?
No, I think it's exciting. Anytime you sort of throw to a player that it's a sellout crowd on a Friday night, players will jump at that every day of the week. So we're really excited and we can't wait to get down.
Are you staying after? I know there's a lot of the clubs, there's all 18 of them here. They're going out to sample clubs and out to schools and all that. Are you in, you're playing home, or are you hanging around, Callum?
No, we'll fly out the next day because of the Sydney airport restrictions. But we do a clinic tomorrow and a few signing sessions tomorrow. So once the game's done, we'll be on our way on Saturday morning.
Okay. Richmond Friday night. All games are important, 4 points, but this one looms large for your season. You've got no Buddy, no Paddy and Tom. You got the depth to cover them.
Yeah, I think we do. The boys that have been playing in the twos have been playing really well and knocking on the door, and it's sort of the mentality next person up, and we're really looking forward to it. There's a challenge in front of us. Richmond's obviously a really good side and have been for years, so we're really excited for the challenge.
Yeah, Tom Lynch is out injured, so it didn't matter, but you're surprised he got let off?
I didn't really see about it till just before, so
okay.
It's one of those football accidents, I guess.
A bit of mixed form there too for the Tigers. They had a draw, of course, had a win, but then they lost by a couple of small margins to Collingwood and the Bulldogs. What have you noticed about those guys that you might be able to perhaps get under their skin?
Oh, I think it's always tough against Richmond. They play a frantic type of footy game. They love it up and back, and they love really getting at you and on turnovers. So it'll take a full 4-quarter effort, and as long as we're really organised behind the ball and play the way that we want to play, it should be a really exciting arm wrestle.
And Warner's brother, is he about to grace the Swans, or what's going on there? Is he got a younger brother coming up?
Yeah, Corey Warner's going to debut this weekend, so the Warner Bros are in action, I guess.
Yeah, the Warner Brothers, unbelievable, yes. Yeah. They're not just famous overseas. What's he like compared to his brother? We all know he's a very good player, but how's Corey? What's he like?
Corey's a bit different type of player. He's a bit more outside. He's a really quality runner and a good disposal on his left foot. So, a little bit different position-wise to Chad, but really athletic like Chad is as well.
How enjoying the co-captaincy, Callum?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's been good. It's been, over a year now, and really enjoying the role with Dane and Luke. They make it really easy for all of us to sort of do things the way we want to do things and fit in with each other's personalities. So it's good. We're really enjoying it.
Good man. Callum, thanks for your time. All the best, Richmond. You'll need some luck with injuries, but the way you guys play F1 from D50 to F50, I love how you go about it, mate. Thanks for your time.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.
Great work, Callum Mills. No-nonsense footballer, that bloke.
Good football. Very good footballer, and forgiven as far as I'm concerned about coming off the line.
Well, your call tied in brilliantly for him because he's on the line.
He was listening.
Off the boot, he bolted.
That's the power of FIVEAA.
But
straight into his ear.
I'll never get sick of hearing that call because you were as flat as a bush biscuit. You were done. You were ready to tee off. You're ready to come off the top turnbuckle. You and Treaders would have turned on Buddy Kenny. It's over. It's all this sort of stuff. And then next minute, Aaliyah comes out of the woo. Double fists it back.
It was, yeah.
There must have been a gust of wind, like no tomorrow. Well, you said it was
difficult that end all night. And we saw some footies go from left to right, 15 metres, and it was like, how's this
No, but this one didn't deviate.
It didn't deviate, but it hung. It hung. And it was just like, oh. And, of course, there was lots of mistakes made. I think in the end, you can review it all you like, but it was just one of those moments in time.
That call will be replayed and replayed and replayed like the Gus Monfries right hand doosra.
I mean, I wanted to make AFL 360, but not that way.
Oh. Have you been on that?
Yeah, it was on.
Oh, it was on?
Yeah, it was on.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, they played
it. Oh,
Timmy
He made it.
That is brilliant. Was it really? Because I don't watch that show.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
It was on.
Yeah,
well done.
He's been reminded about it too. Just before we go to the break, a text come through on the Foodland text line saying the tills have been down at Adelaide Oval bars, so they've had to enter transactions manually rather than just push one button for each beverage type and price. So fingers crossed they're sorted this week. And another one coming in saying the MCG have beers lined up, poured, ready to go, in and out. Adelaide Oval a lot slower. They're as slow as a country pub.
I disagree with that. He went on to say Adelaide Oval this year is slower than a country pub with Beryl behind the bar. Why does Beryl always...
Don't have a crack at Beryl. She's good.
Beryl's, the Beryls I know, elite.
Outstanding.
All right.
Hard-nosed Beryls.
17 to 5. Do you want to give some tickets away to Gather Round? Because I definitely do.
Yeah.
All right, 82230055 to get to any gather round match this weekend for the chance to win 2 tickets to the Toyota AFL Grand Final. Go to afl.com.au/gather round. We have 4 tickets to Fremantle and the Gold Coast to start with for you and 3 mates. This is 4 tickets for Friday's match at Norwood Oval. All you have to do is tell us what this footy moment is.
Is he the hero that the Suns believe he is? He definitely is!
Ooh.
Wow.
Is he the hero?
Yeah.
82230055. If you can guess that footy moment.
Okay. So it's Swans Richmond related?
This is Freo Suns related.
Freo Suns related.
Yep.
Come on, dude.
One of the
Didn't you
teams,
say
both the teams, history, you never know. 82230055.
Yeah, I think I got it.
Let's do that next. Here's the traffic.
At Mount Torrens, got urgent electrical works on Coringa Valley Road near Burfords Road. She's down to 40 k's both directions there. Busy at the moment, Paynham Road at Lambert Road, also Robe Terrace, Northcote Terrace busy. Road works at the moment, slowing things up at Highgate, Fullerton Road near Avenue Road, and got a few cameras around for the drive home too. You'll find them Raglan Avenue, Edwardstown, and She Oak Road at Belair. Get that Sportsbet same game multi feeling this AFL gather round. Combine multiple single bets for bigger odds. Make it a same game multi with Sportsbet. You win some, you lose more. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
The 5AA Sports Show, Rowey and Timmy G.
Gather round, people, I'll tell you a story.
South Australia has a story to tell, so gather round, Australia. From the hills to the coast, our state is abuzz with a festival of football like you've never seen before. Every team from every state, and we welcome all visitors with open arms. It's all happening here in South Australia, and 5AA is your home for Gather Round.
This week at Foodland, Arnott's Tim Tam Value Pack, 365 grams. A sweet half-price special, just $3 till April 18th while stocks last.
Foodland, the mighty South Aussies, yeah.
Ken Hall Plumbers. We're local, we're family, and we're a trusted South Aussie. Blocked drain? Leaky tap? Give Ken a call. Ken Hall Plumbers, 8364 5855.
Explorer Caravans, 345 Prospect Road. Make the most of our April manufacturer bonuses.
Save thousands on a brand new Viscount or Franklin caravan.
And because we've now doubled the size of our showroom and doubled our stock too, you can have it today.
Lots of stock, a huge selection, plus immediate delivery.
With deals, vans and delivery options like no one else, we're ready to go.
Come and see us today.
Explorer Caravans, now bigger and better. 345 Prospect Road.
Your accountant probably does a great job of knowing where almost every dollar in your business went. But the expense they might not have accounted for? Your time. The overtime, after hours, missed school plays, the priceless hours you sacrificed to shift the bottom line. So talk to MGK Accountants about a growth strategy that looks after your most important asset. You. Grow your profits and get your downtime back with a sustainable growth strategy from MGK Accountants. Visit mgkaccountants.com.au.
When you die, who gets what? Will your kids or relatives argue over your estate? Will your beneficiaries be protected? Will your estate be tax effective? Will your wishes be respected and carried out? Speak with Donlan Lawyers now for peace of mind. Donlan Lawyers for wills and estate planning. Visit donlanlawyers.com. That's donlanlawyers.com.
This is an invitation to live your best life at 88 O'Connell, where luxury and well-being meet in perfect harmony. Join us for free morning tea on the 19th and 26th of April. Learn more about 88's world-class amenities, including stunning pools, state-of-the-art gym, on-site allied health services like medical, physio, pharmacy, beauty, and more. This is the life. Collect your free gift on arrival. Hurry, spots are limited. Book now for morning tea at 88o'connell.com.
A lot of shopping centres are the same. Same predictable shops, same people. But if you want something new, check out Newton Central with Drake's, Barossa Fine Foods, Seafood Works, Target and many more specialty shops. It's the kind of centre where you can get some retail therapy, do the weekly shop, or gather all the fine ingredients you need for an impressive family feast. Want something new in your life? Choose a new local. Choose Newton Central, Gorge Road, Newton.
With more stores close to home and everyday low prices, great food lives at Foodland, the mighty South Aussies.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
12 minutes to 5. Brodie Smith coming up shortly from the Crows, and the Crows team against Carlton will drop in 1 hour's time.
Oh, well, it will, and we'll
Fascinating.
find out. Yeah, well, I tell you what, their opponents are Carlton, and Carlton are in town for Gather Round. They're ready to go. We got one of their star defenders, Lewis Young, on the line. G'day, Lewis.
G'day, guys. Thanks for having me.
Good on you, Louis.
Hey, is it true that Carlton are in town? They're the Blues, and they're training at Unley Oval, the home of the Double Blues.
No, funny you say that. I'm actually standing in the middle of Unley Oval at the moment. We've just had a training session down here. That's probably why you can hear all that wind. It's a bit windy down here, but no, we just had a training session. We're just meeting all the fans. So, no, it's been a really good day.
Oh, familiar ground for your good self, mate, where you came from.
Yeah, no, certainly it is. So I got a lot of people down here watching me today, family and friends. So pretty special to be back here so many years later.
Yeah,
Good on you, Louis. Is there
exciting for you.
still doggy doo-doo out there, or you get the broom out before you...
I reckon they might have cleaned it up for us, I hope. But no, it used to be a lot.
I've watched you with interest, Louis, you know, because I know your dad very well. And your move to Carlton's been an absolute ripper for you. And on the weekend, 10 marks. That would have to be a game high for you, wouldn't it? 10 marks?
Yeah, I reckon it might be, yeah. I think I might have had 10 earlier in my career. I think I had my most sort of, I had the ball the most on the weekend, I think, that I've had. So, it was a game where I sort of got a bit of it early and, got into it pretty quickly, so that was good.
22 possessions. You have fitted in nicely to this club, the culture of it and the way they play in that back half, Lewis.
Yeah, no, it's been really good. It's been a really, really good transition. I got handed the keys to that position pretty early, probably earlier than I expected and a lot expected. And then, just a lot of confidence around me through the coaches, the other players and the whole club in general. Just put a lot of confidence in me as a player. So I was just free to show off what I can do, and I've been playing on instinct and, really enjoying my footy at the moment. So it's been great.
You're playing some really good footy. Tell us about the coach, Vossi. You've got him there since you went over. He came over. I think he was following you. But what's he been like as a coach for you?
No, Vossi's a ripper. Vossi's a really good motivator. He's, as we all know, he was such a great player and has a lot of great stories. So he's a really good storyteller, really great motivator, and he's just so easy to get behind. I mean, you listen to him speak and you just get behind him as a player. So he's done a great job of getting us going, and he's brought in a really good game style that we all believe in and we're all really buying into it. And we think this game style will take us to the next level. So, it's been really good.
A lot of your games have been close, haven't they? They've not been, blowouts of any degree, but that builds confidence when you win close ones.
Yeah, no, you're right. I think at the end of last year, we lost a couple of the close ones and ended up costing us a spot in the 8. This year we've had a couple of close ones and we've been able to win them, which has been great. We went to work in the off-season and did a lot of practice on those close game scenarios and just knowing where to be at the right times. And the last couple of weeks have been great confidence builders for us. So, we're really happy with how it's going.
You ready for Crows' intensity and competitiveness, Lewis?
We certainly are. They gave us a touch-up this time. Last time we were here last year. So we're certainly ready. We know that they bring a really ferocious attack at the footy. Their pressure's really elite. We're gonna be ready for it. So we're really ready and excited to attack it.
How did Harry Mackay get off that charge, Lewis Young?
I couldn't tell you. You better speak to our lawyers.
Yeah, well, I want him at my club. His advocacy is great. Lewis, well done. Watching from afar, I've loved your development. You fitted into Carlton beautifully. And again, 22 possessions, 10 marks. Keep going, son, and thanks for your time. And we're glad you're back on Unley Oval.
Thank you very much, guys. No, I really appreciate it.
Good luck, Louis.
Yeah, good lad. Lewis Young, Carlton Footy Club.
Oh, he's playing
Moved
some
over
great
for
footy.
the Bullies. He is. It's amazing. They do say it. Big blokes take longer.
Yeah, they do.
They just simply take longer. But he's got all the weapons, great hands, reads it well, beautiful leg.
I think he's going to be a defender for a long time for the Blues.
He will. Well, they've got the bookends right now, haven't they? Got a couple of snoozes up the front that go all right and a couple of snoozes at the back that go all right.
Very important.
Need a couple of snoozes in the middle to keep going okay.
We've got that game live on 5AA tomorrow night, 7:10 at Bounce. Let's give away some tickets. FIVEAA versus Suns on Friday at Norwood Oval. We've got 4 tickets to give away if you can identify this footy moment.
Is he the hero that the Suns believe he is? He definitely is!
All right, the Suns believe he is, so that gives away a bit. Let's go to Anna at Oakton. G'day, Anna.
Hello, how are you?
Excellent. What do you think it is the moment?
I'm really not sure.
Okay. Just
Have a
guess
stab.
then, Anna.
Have a stab.
You got me. Hey, that's cool.
All right.
No,
Anna,
I'm sorry.
It sounds like it was a goal, doesn't it?
Well, it sounds like he was definitely having a shot for goal.
Sorry. Everyone's looking at me, Anna, and says, don't help, we can't. I'm sorry. Hello, Sean at Tea Tree Gully.
How are you, boys?
And the thing is, I can't help because I don't know what the answer is.
Yeah, I do. Go for it, Sean.
I'm pretty sure it's Carmichael Hunt's goal after the siren against Richmond.
Let's have a listen.
Yeah, it had to be, didn't it?
Yeah, great get, Sean. Of course, he swapped over from NRL with Izzy FIVEAA at the same time, but he had played previously. He looked like he could play Aussie rules.
Yeah.
I don't think Izzy played too often. So well done, Sean. You are the winner.
Let's have a listen to the full moment.
The man everybody talked about when he came across from the NRL. Siren gone to win the game. Carmichael Hunt. Is he the hero that the Suns believe he is? He definitely is!
Not
One of the
worth
great
$1 million, but it was a failed project, that Izzy FIVEAA, wasn't it?
And I think it was just, I think NRL and AFL having a dip at one another and the like. It was almost like, I'm just going to show you, and we'll take this and this, and
There would have been. Look, I know they probably got bums on seats because it was an NRL type of it.
Maybe it's a question we can ask Gil tomorrow.
No, I've got a couple of hundred before I ask that one. Now, we talked about the SMA. Our text line for the Foodland text has gone berserk about the speed in which we're being served, not only for a pie and a pasty and a sausage roll, but definitely for the beers. Let's go to Hillbank. Hello, Gary.
Oh, g'day, boys. How are we?
Good.
Hey, listen, I go to all the closed games and a few of the Port games too. But yeah, I think really the crux of this is since COVID, since we opened up again, that's where I've noticed a real decline in the level of service at Adelaide Oval. Now, I think initially they had less staff there to space them out, and they don't seem to have increased the staff numbers. And probably it's quite frustrating when you're paying $900,000 a year for a couple of seats at Adelaide Oval when you can't enjoy your beer because you got to make a choice of missing 5-10 minutes of a quarter just to go and actually get a beer to be back in time for the start of the next quarter.
Yeah.
Really frustrating. But to add it all up as well is the staff as well. The majority and without having too much of a crack at them, there's no sort of. They don't have any sense of urgency whatsoever. I've worked in hospitality for 20 years, and not one person that I've seen working at Adelaide Oval would last a week in an establishment where I'm at.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's about it, boys.
Yeah,
But,
Gary,
anyway.
you're right. We talked about it. Since COVID, a lot of those casuals, and they were casuals, they lost their work. They lost their employment, and they've moved on to greener pastures, if you like. Then the staff that they've had to get back, they haven't got the same numbers. A lot of them are new, whether they've had enough training. So we've got to cut them a little bit of slack, the SMA, because they're just a reflection of industry. I can't get workers. No one can get workers. It's an employee's
Staff
market
is
at the moment.
one of the biggest issues out there.
And then the employee can say, well, I'm not doing it for 25 an hour. Pay me 30 and you can have me. It's inflationary.
Well, there you go. Let's
open the borders. Let's get some.
Let's get on the
people in.
ombudsman or something.
Yeah.
Okay, Brian. G'day, Brian.
Hey guys, how you going?
Good, buddy.
Yeah, look, I don't think I'm going to get everything out I've got to say because it is just so frustrating, that place. Went to the Ed Sheeran concert, 100,000 people there. You couldn't get anything to eat, couldn't get anything to drink. It was just crazy. We just did not have the capability of that sort of crowd. When that place is full for a football game, it is unfortunate, it's terrible. The constant feedback, the negative feedback, is not great. I understand what you said, Rowey. I understand with staff getting people numbers and things like that, but these people are certainly not trained by any means. I've worked in hospitality myself, and I can say from background, the actual people that are working there do have no urgency, and unfortunately, it's going to be one of the downsides and one of the biggest comments that comes out of this round for us people in South Australia, for those people who come and enjoy the experience. Norwood Oval we get a drink when there's 1,000 people there. It was a nightmare. So I can only imagine what it's going to be like when they've got an actual packed stadium there. And the other thing is, the Crows Richmond, I believe, was the first game of the season here. There was actually a guy in the bar getting taught how to pour beers in the middle of the game.
Yeah,
Rowey, you said earlier on, the MCG is terrible. And I'm going to say you're completely wrong. Grand final day is probably an exception. If you go to the footy, you're there any other time of the year, 60, 70,000 people, it is very easy to get a drink. It's very easy to get something to eat. We do not do it good. We have not done it for a long time here or Amy Stadium. And they've got to take something out of it. They've got to cop on the chin, the negative feedback, and all the callers, the guy that rang before 4:30, mate, he was bang on.
Yeah. No, Brian, thanks for that. We're hard up against the 5 o'clock news. I am fearful a little bit for my Oval, Norwood Oval. They got 8,000 there as we sit there today. They want to sell it out. I was at the Norwood Eagles game 2 Fridays ago. They had 3,500. Oh, my God. Oh, yeah. Was it
I've
good?
experienced it as well.
Yeah.
David Payne had to do me a favour that night to get a beer.
Oh, well done.
1 minute to 5. Where are they now? Next after the news.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
I like to call it a passion. I can be sitting relaxing. I'm spending this holiday locked in. Back then, wasn't worried about me though. In the gym, trying to work on my free throw. What's poppin'? Brand new whip, just hopped in.
The new Kia Seltos. That's what's poppin'. And yeah, it's got options. The new Kia Seltos. The word is out.
Brand new whip, just hopped in.
Kia. Movement that inspires.
Tired of your rent and bills going up and up and up? Pump them down with EcoVantage. It's easy to switch your existing hot water system for an energy-efficient heat pump, even if you're renting. And thanks to federal and state government-facilitated subsidies, it could cost as little as $0. Start saving hundreds off your water heating costs. Hit up your landlord and ask for the EcoVantage switch. Visit ecovantage.com.au. T's and C's apply.
Hi, Bronte Manuel from Toop and Toop. Now more than ever, you need an agent who's not just out for a quick sale. You need someone who can stand their ground to ensure you're maximising your home's potential. There's a good reason Toop and Toop is defying market trends and continuing to deliver premium outcomes for its clients. With a history spanning almost 40 years and a team of unrivalled experience, Toop and Toop knows what it takes to maximise your results in any selling conditions. Visit toop.com.au to find out more.
Online, on DAB Digital Radio and on 1395 AM. Talking Adelaide. This is Adelaide's 5AA.
Partly cloudy tonight, partly cloudy tomorrow, 21. With the 5 o'clock news, I'm Mel Usher. SAPOL has launched a road safety blitz as we head into our 4-day footy festival. Operation Gather will run through till Monday. Premier Peter Malinauskas says Gather Round is a very special weekend for the state and the sport.
South Australians are going to celebrate our footy past, our footy tradition in a modern context with a great new initiative from the AFL.
The influx of footy fans has started. AFL boss Gil McLachlan says the crowd is coming from far and wide.
We've got someone coming from Jacksonville in Florida. We've got people from coming all over the world. I know we've got people coming from all over Australia.
Adelaide Oval will host the opener tomorrow night. Head curator Damien Hoff has told Nine it's been an interesting round to prepare for.
We've never had 6 games before, but we know it's going to be, hopefully in good condition.
An 82-year-old woman was MIA for her first court appearance today after being charged with drug trafficking. The Western Suburbs grandmother's lawyer citing significant dementia. The woman and her 30-year-old grandson were arrested in February. They're accused of attempting to smuggle $3.2 million worth of cocaine. The matter has been adjourned for 6 months. Federal Opposition Leader Peter Dutton has returned to Alice Springs nearly 6 months on from his last visit. Zoe Martin is there.
Beyond their capacity. Those are the words Opposition Leader Peter Dutton described the NT government's handling of the crime crisis in Alice Springs. It's been 6 months since Mr Dutton visited the Red Centre, and he says things here haven't changed, despite the Prime Minister's fleeting trip in January. Local business owner Darren Clark was brought to tears, describing the fear the community is living in, calling the situation situation a self-imposed curfew, with residents too scared to leave their homes after dark, with youths as young as 10 roaming the streets. Mr Dutton called on the Albanese government to show where the $250 million is being used to combat antisocial behaviour, demanding a greater presence of police on the ground.
Former Liberal Minister Ken Wyatt has joined forces with the federal Labor government to campaign for the Indigenous voice to Parliament. Mr Wyatt has quit his former party over its opposition to the advisory body. The Liberals claim the voice won't improve life for Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders. But standing alongside his Labor successor, the former Indigenous Australians Minister, says it'll give our First People a seat at the table.
The voice is an important step to change, and it is a change for our grandchildren. Because if we maintain the status quo, then nothing will change.
There's been another development in our ongoing trade dispute with Beijing. China's Vice Foreign Minister will become the first senior Chinese official to visit Australia in 6 years. The country's foreign ministry says the trip is for a new round of political consultation between the two nations. Now turning to 5AA Sport, and Adelaide play Carlton in the Gather Round opener at Adelaide Oval tomorrow night. The teams will be named this hour. Carlton captain Patrick Cripps is feeling the Gather Round buzz.
I think the Gather Round as a whole is a great concept. I think kicking it off against Adelaide is awesome. There's always a bumper crowd over here.
St Kilda coach Ross Lyon says he's not concerned about whether Adelaide Oval will hold up hosting half a dozen games. The Saints' clash against Collingwood on Sunday will be match number 6 at the ground.
I think that's the groundsman's job, isn't it? I've got enough problems without worrying about the ground. Look, I'm sure it will come up. I just assume that the AFL will get it right. So if you're listening, get it right.
Sydney is hopeful Lance Franklin will return from a knee injury after the Gather Round. The veteran Swan has been ruled out of Friday's clash with Richmond after copping a knock to his knee on Saturday. Coach John Longmire says they're hoping the star forward won't be sidelined for too long.
It was a little bit sore on the inside of his knee, and we ruled him out yesterday. Obviously, Hayden McLean will come back into the team for him. So we'll see how he is for next week.
That's sport. Now checking 5AA traffic.
Worried about cheap insurance? Who offers great value cover you won't regret? Amy does. Before buying insurance issued by Amy, read the PDS and TMD at amy.com.au and consider whether it's right for you.
At Fitzroy, got a breakdown. Fitzroy Terrace at Prospect Road. Mount Torrent, urgent electrical works on Cabringa Valley Road near Burfords Road. She's down to 40 k's there both directions. Busy at the moment. Robe Terrace at Northcote Terrace, and got roadworks. Fullerton Road near Avenue Road at Highgate. Speeds down to 25. Cameras Mount Parker Road, Leeward Gardens, and She Oak Road at Belair. OTR's $5 wraps and sandwiches are available between 11 and 2 daily. Made with fresh ingredients, lunch is sorted. OTR, making life easy. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Now the 5AA forecast.
Get the Toyota forklift advantage. Visit toyotamaterialhandling.com.au.
Partly cloudy tonight, down to 13. Partly cloudy tomorrow, 21. Friday, evening showers, 25. Saturday, showers, 19. Right now, it's 18 degrees. Now let's hear what's happening on 9 News tonight.
Tens of thousands of people begin pouring into Adelaide for our Festival of Footy. Just how much it means for SA. A predator massage therapist confesses his crimes. We reveal who he is. The major supermarket dropping the price of hundreds of products for the next 12 weeks. And could fasting help ward off dementia? I'm Brenton Raglas. The full story on 9 News tonight at 6.
Look around your house and yard. If you see old tools, broken bike frames, an old fridge and even that old car, don't look at it as junk, look at it as dollar signs. At Nor Metals, our priority is to give you the best value for your scrap metal disposal. We offer cash for scrap Monday to Friday and Saturday mornings for a range of different steel supplies and car components, including bodies and radiators. Get cash for your scrap at Nor Metals, 255 Grand Junction Road, Ottaway.
This is Brownies Podcast!
G'day, it's Jonathan Brown, the host of Brownies Podcast. Along with my boys Dino and Campbell Brown, we give you the world's loosest podcast.
Was Jesus well hung?
Tell you what, boys, never been prouder.
Your son loves Fast and the Furious, burning things, and he likes burning people.
The only loud enough dickhead can hear is you.
Ask your smart speaker to play Brownies Podcast or search for Brownies Podcast wherever you listen to your podcast.
Furniture on its last legs?
Live cheaper with Cheapest Chips Furniture Frenzy.
Cheapest Chips.
Level up with the Henley and Grange gaming chair, only $129, save $120. Hide the clutter with the My Home broom cupboard, only $139, save $40. And stash the snacks in the My Home pantry, 20% off, now $239.20. With a huge range of more furniture in store and online. Live cheaper and don't miss the Cheapest Chips Furniture Frenzy.
With more stores close to home and everyday low prices, great food lives at Foodland, the mighty South Aussies.
Rowey and Timmy G on the FIVEAA Sports Show.
7 minutes after 5. Brodie Smith coming up in this hour. So is Neil Baum. And Giants coach Adam Kingsley to join us shortly. And still more chances for you to win your way to Gather Round. We have tickets to give away also to the Crows sold-out Thursday night match tomorrow. All right, time for Where Are They Now? Winter is coming, and you can save money and get a Walco Guardian pool cover now by visiting walco.com.au.
The FIVEAA Sports Show's Where Are They Now? Past legends, past glories.
Yes, well, this fella was in the initial Port Adelaide squad when it was put together in 1997 for its first season in the AFL, and went on to play 277 games of AFL football, 231 goals, both with Port Adelaide and then the Western Bulldogs for 11 seasons as well.
Massive.
An outstanding career. Nathan Eagleton, welcome to the show.
Timmy, Rowey, how you doing, guys?
Oh, we're excited, mate. The old Where Are They Now? I know you're back in Adelaide, but what are you up to?
Yeah, I've pretty much, as soon as I lost that last prelim against Bulldogs in 2010, jumped in the car and came home, and been here ever since. So just going along in life, and, head of football at Scotch College, and just a childcare. I'm in childcare as well, mate. So that's sort of my little role. Easy lifestyle here in Adelaide, and wanted to get back and enjoy Adelaide as a whole. So good to be home.
Well, take you right back, mate. When Port Adelaide were putting the squad together, I know that they spoke to a lot of guys that were playing locally at the time and said, look, don't nominate for the draft. We might look after you. Were you one of those, or did you just get drafted?
No, I was one of those who just got drafted. So I wasn't on the radar until sort of 6 months in, and Michael Taylor was coaching at West Adelaide, and I was in the 17 squad, and then I skipped the 19s and went straight to reserves and league training.
Wow.
And then sort of within that sort of first sort of Feb sort of March, I played one league game and played a lot in the reserves, and never played a 19s game when the system was like that. And then I was on the radar and played some state footy, and then met all those lads that were sort of didn't nominate for the draft, and then along we went and played at Port together.
Hang on, Timmy, you're saying Port tampered with the draft? Telling people on the sneaky to...
I just had conversations, that's all.
Well, we'll just explain
just conversations.
Where you're going with that, mate. You tried to frame... Nathan Eagleton's a Nord man as well, remember? Don't try and frame our Nord boys.
There might be a moratorium on this.
Hey, Nate, you started at West Adelaide, an inaugural Port Adelaide power play. Tell us about those early years and how quickly you got indoctrinated with that Port Adelaide tradition.
Yeah, well, I obviously only played 8 games of league footy for West Adelaide, and I was on the list for Port Adelaide pretty much straight away, and played 18 games in my first year in '97. So I was very lucky that John Carl took me under my wing, and he didn't mind the long left footers that just went for distance. Yeah. And circle work was the go back in the day, and that was training, and it worked well with what I had to offer. So I was in that team pretty much straight away. And yeah, as I said, 8 games for Westies. I played more for Nord at the back end of my career, in the 20s there. So and yeah, away we went. So enjoyed my time at Port Adelaide, the new list, and playing with the likes of Gavin Wangeen and Matty Primus and all these boys coming over from Victoria. And as an 18-year-old, you're in your element. Just love footy, and it's a place to be for me for sure.
You had an elite leg. I remember watching you and calling you vividly. What happened round 5, 1999? Because most of us can remember that. What was it, Wolff, Parkinson's White syndrome?
Yeah, Wolff, Parkinson White syndrome. So electrolytes, and extra pathway in my heart that I had to get burnt out, but obviously I hadn't had any signs of it ever since in my growing up years. But just that day got obviously my heart was racing and couldn't take it anymore, and I was on the wing and I stumbled into the centre bounce and I got a free kick against for dropping over, and Steve Paxman, I think, was forward, and I kicked the goal and I ran over and celebrated with him, which he didn't kick too many goals. Okay, so then ran back to the centre bounce, and bang, I was woke up in the change rooms and what the hell's going on, and had some big the doctors looked after me, and Monday I was in for heart surgery. Yeah,
goodness,
3 weeks, like a hamstring as a 19-year-old. So at the time, didn't think much of it, but got some great met some great people on the way who were in the same boat, and because I've had the surgery or taken medication for the rest of your life, and I went down that path of surgery. So, and had nothing ever since, which was
well done.
That's
great.
Good news.
So,
Good news. Hey, Matt, in those early days, there was 2 infamous draws with Brisbane in Brisbane. Do you remember, like, both of them? I was involved in the second one. Jack was coaching, and back then Brisbane at the Gabba, they were renovating, and so we're in this Atco hut on top of this thing coaching, and by the time Jack got down the back stairs and came out, the game was drawn. He didn't know what had happened.
Oh, jeez.
Do you remember those?
Yeah, I do remember those. Yeah, there was some tight tussles back there, and it was a bit differently, and I suppose the Gabba's probably a bit aged now, and they're going to do a big renovation for the Olympics. But there were some crazy times there, and Waverley were out there for a fair bit back in the early days. So some of these ovals, like Optus, that I played in the early days before the boys are playing on carpet these days, and it was some really great memories and some great times along the way. And we got our fair share of wins early, and only missing the finals on the first one. And occasions, but some great memories.
You had John Carl, Choco, Terry Wallace, Peter Rode, Rodney Eade. I mean, you had a variety of coaches. What did you learn from most of those guys?
It's probably not until you get to that age of 24, 25 where you start to sort of really learn some stuff, and it might be a little bit of more those early days trying to get a kick and trying to get a touch within the team, and then you actually and that's when probably I learnt the most from Rocket Eade back in those days when we were in that, as I said, 24 bracket where you're learning and wanting to, the way he wanted to play was attacking, and it really helped my style. And obviously Peter Rode was there when he took over from Terry Wallace, and he was the fitness advisor, and then he coached Norwood, and they threw him in the deep end and had a crack at it for a couple of years. So obviously got a good relation with Peter. And then, but Rocket was the one that sort of wanted me to play quick, and I probably went through a stage where I had to tag for a while to get my spot back in the midfield and use my motor, and then I was running off players to be able to be in the midfield, and then I got my opportunity to get back on the wing and do some stuff late when we were in those finals campaigns for the Bulldogs late in the early 2000s, late 2000s as well.
Yeah, you left Port, went to the Bulldogs. You were an absolute gun with them. 221 terrific games. Very dependable, very reliable, very consistent, which is what coaches love. Did you look back at Port and they went on? Well, 01 they finished top. 02 they finished top. Pretty much 03 they were up there, but beaten by Brisbane. Then 04 they won the flag. Do you look back? I know it's a sliding door moment, but think, God, I could have been a premiership player if I stayed or hung around, or how did it all happen and pan out for you?
I had that heart trouble early around 5/99, so probably a little bit unsure of where it was all settling, and a fresh start was probably a good thing for me. And Terry Wallace was keen to get me over there to play under the roof at Telstra Dome back in the day, and it seemed like a nice little fit for me. And so I was wrapped, and I wouldn't have it any other way. And obviously, Bulldog Life member, had some really, really great opportunities there. But I think it was probably long enough away at 5 years, sort of being at the Bulldogs, that if it happened straight away or close, I know Trent Bartlett came to the Bulldogs in '99 and 2001. They went on their run of 3, so this one is, as you said, a sliding door moment. But Port Adelaide, grateful to them for giving me the opportunities to have a crack at the highest level, and then obviously Bulldogs are a life member, 220 odd games, father son for the two lad boys that got to experience that.
Brilliant.
Sort of stuff is really, really, really awesome. But enjoy living back in Adelaide, but get to Melbourne as often as I can, and it's great to get back over there. And as this week happens to be, there are a few of the boys coming back to town, we'll catch up Saturday afternoon prior to the game, and then wander across the road and go watch the game, which is exciting.
Well, it will be exciting. Gather Round is gathering up a lot of momentum. It should be awesome there. But when you did come back, in my memory, didn't you go to the Happy Valley Vikings and play with your brothers?
Yes, yep. So I finished up at Norwood when my body was I had a hip problem there for a fair while, and went to go round 2, but then just got a pre-season game, and it was same sort of stuff was lingering. So I decided to have a bit of a rest and went up to Happy Valley. Yeah, the Vikings, my local club back in the day when I first started playing footy, having a kick and a catch, and two of my brothers were up there playing already, and I got another brother out of retirement. All 4 of us went up there, and Matthew Dent coached us, and we jagged a flag, and that was my first ever sort of grand final for juniors, and all that time at SANFL and AFL. Never played in the grand final, and happened to be that one with my 3 younger brothers, and we got it done against the Brighton Bombers on down at Noarlunga, which was great. So, and a great way to finish, and that was enough for me, and a few charity games here and there, and as you do, slowdowns and stuff. And
well done.
And we're done.
Well, it's a significant career. Longevity, is huge for me. 56 games for Port, 221 for the Bulldogs, 277 AFL, but well over 300 as far as SANFL as well, Nathan. You're known as the Bald Eagle. Yeah. You've done super well, mate. We've enjoyed watching you play, and thanks for your time.
No worries, lads. Thanks very much for having me, and should be an interesting game on the weekend. And it's amazing how good Gather Round is. A lot of people will be able to get to go to Adelaide Oval and see 2 teams from Melbourne and hear the cheer of 2 teams, which is something you just don't experience here in Adelaide. So it's going to be a great weekend, and looking forward to seeing it all unfold.
Good on you, Nathan Eagle, and thanks for being our guest.
Cheers, lads.
Good man. Winter is coming. Time to get a Walco Guardian pool cover. I've got to get it done. I've got to get it organised, actually. I better give Paige a ring.
Come on.
It'll keep the chemicals sealed off from the light, water clean, and no need for your pump. Visit walco.com.au.
All right, let's give away some more tickets to Gather Round. This time, let's do it to tomorrow night's game. The sellout, the Crows taking on Carlton on a Thursday night. And for your chance to win these tickets for you and 3 mates, all you have to do is guess this iconic Crows and Carlton moment.
If anyone can kick it, this man can. Stands his ground, starts to bend it back.
Do you have any idea?
Well, it sounded like that was KB calling it.
Oh,
don't know.
Right. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And was that Bone special comments?
Barlow.
Can we hear it again?
All right,
there's a lot on this.
One more time.
If anyone can kick it, this man can. Stands his ground, starts to bend it back.
Massive kick in this
Bone.
game. All right, well,
that was Bone.
let's leave it to our listeners. 82230055, and if you want to if you do get to any Gather Round match this weekend, you can win a chance to win 2 tickets to the Toyota 2023 AFL Grand Final. Go to afl.com.au/Gather Round. AFL GF code GFAFL23/31. We'll play that next 21 after 5.
At Fitzroy, got a breakdown. Fitzroy Terrace at Prospect Road. Mount Torrens, urgent electrical works on Cabringa Valley Road near Burfords Road, down to 40 both directions. And busy at the moment, Robe Terrace at Northcote Terrace. Roadworks to look out for at Piccadilly Road near Hanson Street, with cameras South Terrace in the city, and Warburton Royal Drive in North Adelaide. Aussie owned, the Lottery Office has a massive $715 million up for grabs. It's in the USA Mega Lotto. Visit lotteryoffice.com.au now before it's gone. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G. Join us every Friday just after 3 p.m. when renowned Adelaide chef Chris Jarmer joins Jade Robran for the 5AA Food and Wine Show. Thanks to Smeg, seamlessly pairing performance with design. Taste the difference with Smeg. They have the perfect partner for every dish.
G'day, it's Eddie May from NRG Solar. More and more South Australians are taking control of their energy bills with solar and battery storage. In fact, Australians are taking up battery storage in record numbers because they're sick of rising power bills and being locked into a system where someone else calls the shots. The other huge bonus of going with NRG solar and battery storage is that you'll be protected from blackouts with an uninterrupted power supply. Take control. Visit nrgsolar.com.au.
Okay, it's the final question in the sports round. For 10 points, jockey Luke Nolan drives what type of car?
It's a 78 Leyland Mini.
Correct.
Mate, how did you know that?
Saw it on the hub. Introducing the new Ladbrokes Hub. Access videos, race day insights and industry experts all in the Ladbrokes app. Ladbroke it. You win some, you lose more. For free and confidential support, visit gamblinghelponline.org.au.
Time to find out what's making news in the Channel 7 newsroom as we welcome Rosanna Mangiarelli to the show. And Rosanna, are you gathering around?
Certainly are, Tim. It's all about gather around tonight. Finishing touches are being made and the heavy hitters are in town. So Gil McLachlan was joined by the Premier and players at Adelaide Oval this morning for the official launch. The Crows, of course, have revealed their special Guernsey they'll be wearing for the Carlton clash, and a warning from police as well why footy fans need to be on their best behaviour. Also making news tonight, Tim, unmasked after months. A secrecy order has been lifted on a Glenelg masseuse accused of preying on his female clients. He's facing over 100 charges. Plus, shedding the kilos and keeping them off for good. We all need this after Easter, I know I do. The Adelaide CSIRO trial that helped one man lose a whopping 100 kilos. So I hope you can join us tonight. 7 News at 6, Tim.
I certainly will now. Thanks, Rosanna, and all the team at Channel 7. There's only one choice. 7 News tonight at 6.
I'm here at Cherry Glen Osmond. It's home to the car that everyone is talking about, the Cherry Emotor 5. What a spectacular vehicle. It's light years ahead of everything in its class and starting from 33,000 drive away. It's got everything you dream of in a car. The tech is mind-blowing and it comes with a 5-star NCAP safety rating, 7-year factory warranty and fixed price servicing. If you're looking for a new car, you've got to go Cherry. Book a test drive at gocherry.com.au.
If you need a window, and not just anything will do, just call Statesman Windows, factory direct to you.
Nobody beats Statesman Windows, not on quality and certainly not on service. Windows, sliding doors, bifolds and more, made right here in Adelaide, factory direct to you. For windows when and where you want them, call Statesman Windows, states.com.au.
Windows when and where you want them. Windows when and where you want them.
With more stores close to home and everyday low prices, great food lives at Foodland, the mighty South Aussies.
Rowey and Timmy G on the FIVEAA Sports Show.
25 after 5, Brodie Smith coming up shortly, but we're giving you the chance to win 4 tickets to tomorrow's sold-out gather-round Crows Carlton match if you can identify this footy moment.
If anyone can kick it, this man can. Stands his ground, starts to bend it back.
All right, let's find out that moment from Tom at Clarence Park. G'day, Tom.
How you going, guys?
Okay, mate, for the tickets, what is it?
I think that is Brendan Favola kicking a goal down at Amy Stadium for Carlton to win the game.
Stop it, Tom. You got it, mate.
How good was that?
2004. It was on the 50-metre line where it meets the boundary, right on the paint, going towards the southern end, and he peeled it straight through to win. Tom, that's an outstanding get. Well done, mate. You got those tickets.
Thank you. It was painful to watch, but good that something positive come of it.
Oh, nearly 20 years later, mate. Well done, Tom.
Good on you, Tommy. You're going to go to that. God, it's going to be a big game tomorrow night. Cannot wait. Now, this is big as well. We've got an amazing chance for everybody to bid for a VIP experience at Adelaide Oval. It's a corporate box to any AFL game you want. Well, it excludes showdowns, which goes without saying. Valued over $7,000. You and 17 mates, so ain't none of you.
17
So if you've got a
mates.
50th, a 40th, a 60th, an 80th, my mum turns 80 this year,
happy
it would
birthday.
be bloody good to bid for that, wouldn't it? We've got Rachel. She's a serving police officer who's been with SAPOL. How's this? For over 25 years. Tragically, Rachel's husband Dave, who was also a police officer, died from a catastrophic heart attack in 2017. Rachel was on her own, had 3 beautiful kids.
Yeah.
Step in. The appeal. Step in. SA Police Legacy. Rachel, welcome. Thanks for your time.
Hi, boys. Thanks for having us.
Tell us about SA Police Legacy.
SA Police Legacy, well, I'm pretty sure they're the only charity that supports solely police. My first involvement with them was about 25 years ago when I first joined SAPOL and used to make regular contributions to help with police families, not ever thinking that it would be me 20 years down the track that would become a legatee or my young children.
Well, how can we help? How can people help that are listening to SA Police Legacy, Rachel?
So Police Legacy have helped out my family a lot. They help with fundraising events to enable the kids to continue on with their sporting activities, education grants. So any donations that people can make towards SA Police Legacy help support many families that are going through a lot of trauma and just to try and get back up on their feet and carry on, pick up their lives. So Police Legacy have a great corporate box they're auctioning off for people that are footy fans. I myself know nothing about footy, so can't help you with that. But they have a great corporate box that they're auctioning off. So any funds that are raised from that will help out Police Legacy families.
Yeah, so we just got to go to the website, policelegacysA.org.au, and the live auction will begin Friday afternoon. This is a lovely way of being able to donate to Police Legacy and perhaps pick up what it would be an amazing experience.
I think it would be a pretty good opportunity. So like you said, yeah, any parties coming up, you could take the family, take the friends out, go see your favourite footy team, and you're supporting a great initiative in SA Police Legacy. Police give up a lot of their own time with their own families, and tragically ours came at a loss to my family. My young children were 8, 7 and almost 12 when this happened, so they missed a lot of time with their dad, and SA Police Legacy have helped me to be around to be both parents while they were growing up.
Oh, wow, that is fantastic. What a great cause. Hey, Rachel, thanks for sharing your story.
Thanks for your time. Thanks very much.
Simple as this, policelegacysA.org.au. It's this Friday. So Google that, number one.
Yeah.
Have a look at the prize. It's valued over $7,000. It's at Adelaide Oval. 17 mates and you.
That's one of the super boxes, that is.
It is.
To fit 18 in, that's a super box.
That's food, wine,
the
whole lot.
Yeah,
that would be
get on.
superb. And what a great event that would be. Thank you, Rachel, for that. Police Legacy will do that this Friday.
Absolutely brilliant. 5:30, time for the headlines. Brody Smith to join us on the other side.
The 5AA Sports Show, Rowey and Timmy G.
Gather round, people, I'll tell you a story.
South Australia has a story to tell, so gather round, Australia. From the hills to the coast, our state is abuzz with a festival of football like you've never seen before. Every team from every state, and we welcome all visitors with open arms. It's all happening here in South Australia, and 5AA is your home for Gather Round. This is Adelaide's 5AA.
Good evening, Mel Usher with the latest news headlines. An 82-year-old grandmother charged along with her grandson over a multi-million-dollar cocaine bust has missed her first court appearance. The opposition leader is urging the federal government to redirect its attention from the voice to law and order in remote Indigenous communities. US President Joe Biden is in Belfast to mark the 25th anniversary of the Good Friday Agreement. And in sport, the Crows will release their team for the Gather Round opener in the next half an hour. Now checking 5AA traffic.
Worried about cheap insurance? Who offers great value cover you won't regret? Amy does. Before buying insurance issued by Amy, read the PDS and TMD at amy.com.au and consider whether it's right for you.
At Regency Park at a smash on Regency Road near Nowina Road. Busy at the moment, Curry Street at West Terrace. Got work slowing things up at Highgate, Fullerton Road near Avenue Road, and got a lane out of action at Woodville Road near Bower Street. Cameras, Shea Oak Road, Blair, and South Terrace at Paraka. Walk in a Box at OTR has delicious meals from just $9.95, made from the freshest ingredients and tasty Asian-style sauces. Walk in a Box at OTR. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
The 5AA forecast, partly cloudy tonight, down to 13, partly cloudy tomorrow, 21. Right now it's 18 degrees. We'll have more news at 6 and as it happens on 5AA.
Do a deal today at Southern Volkswagen. T-Cross style from $35,990. T-Roc R-Line from $48,990. In stock now for immediate delivery. Hurry, stock won't last. Just 25 minutes from the CBD. Only at Southern Volkswagen. LVD 152780.
With power prices continuing to soar, Solar Heart is helping smart Australians soak up more sunshine, store more energy and save more money on every bill. And right now, you can save up to $1,000 on Solar Heart solar power systems, including our new high-performance 415-watt silhouette panels. The bigger the system, the bigger the saving. So don't settle for soaring power prices. Get smart. Get Solar Heart. Terms and conditions apply.
Hi, Bronte Manuel from Toop and Toop. While winning awards isn't our priority, it's fair to say we're very proud to be named among the 3 national finalists in Australia's most prestigious real estate honours, the ARIAs. It's great recognition for all our team's hard work, from front of house through to our most prolific sales agents. One of our key motivations at Toop and Toop is to always do more for our clients. Being ranked in the top 3 agencies in Australia suggests we're delivering on that promise. Go to toop.com.au to find out more.
5:34, B. Smith's just walked into the office. We've got Barmy coming up. It's gather round. All the big names.
Everybody's
Gills
gathering in here.
Everyone's gathering. Cannot wait. Hey, if you're a food service business owner or chef, you can't miss the SA Food Service Expo. It's on Tuesday, the 18th of April. It's presented by Galipo Foods. Seb Galipo and his great team. This is a South Australian institution, Galipo, and they have the largest food service expo. Meet directly with 110 manufacturers, sample over 1,000 of the latest food products, access exclusive expo-only special pricing. Oh,
yeah. I've been to one of these before,
Have you? This is from seafood to meats to poultries to everything.
Big show.
Plus, meet the latest equipment and service providers on hand to benefit your business. This is a trade-only event open to any food service business in SA. Registration is essential, so that's at galipofoods.com.au/expo. Thanks to Galipo Foods, celebrating 40 years of supplying the South Australian food service industry in 2023. Go Galipo!
At Anderson Solicitors, putting people first is second nature. No matter who you are or what your problem is, we are committed to helping find the right solution for you every time. With locations across the state, whether you need help with family law, commercial law, wills and estates or personal injury claims, talk to Andersons today. Visit andersons.com.au or phone 8238 6666. Anderson Solicitors. People first in every case.
With more stores close to home and everyday low prices, great food lives at Foodland, the mighty South Aussies.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
"25 minutes to 6. This time tomorrow you'll want to be listening in because we'll be live at the Adelaide Oval ahead of the Crows-Carlton game, but we will have AFL CEO Gil McLachlan in the commentary box with us, 5:30 tomorrow night. Plus, Caroline Wilson's going to be in the com box with us at 5 o'clock too.
For Harvey Norman.
So that is an hour not worth missing on the Foodland live stream, Facebook and YouTube.
Yeah, Nick Carasoulis will be in there too.
Is he? Very nice. Just tagging along.
On hand just to make sure the sponsorship's getting delivered.
The big names.
Fantastic.
Hey, Crows had a terrific win over FIVEAA. They played 4 what I call solid team quarters. One of the stars, our 5AA regular, is Brodie Smith.
Brodie Smith, that was terrific. That's what B. Smith can do. Brodie Smith, what a magnificent goal.
Brodie Smith on the 5AA Sports Show.
Well, he's brought to us by ASIT. With ASIT, couriers need something delivered for your business. Don't risk it. ASIT, B. Smith, welcome.
Very good to be back, Rowey. See you again. It's been a while.
Yeah, I've put on a bit, haven't I?
No, you look good.
You did look at me and you
look
said,
good.
you look like you put on a kilo a day.
You said that. They were yours
No,
words.
I did.
I said you look great.
I swallowed a small dolphin, I reckon. Flipper. Timmy.
No wonder why you've been acting strange. Want me to throw him kippers?
What a great confidence-boosting team win that was.
Yeah, very good. Obviously, the first 2 rounds we played a quarter here and there. We didn't quite get it right. So the last 2 weeks to play 4 quarters of footy, and on the weekend it was nice. I can't remember the last game that we had a 4 or 5 goal lead the entire game. So it was very nice just to be in control of the game and finish it off and get a good win.
And the other one is the all played well flag went up. It was such an even, consistent performance across the board. Everyone just played their role.
Yeah, absolutely. To the point where you see a guy like Ned McHenry who played a ripper game. He's not on the side this week, so it's unfortunate for him. But it's really good that as a team we're in a spot where the squad's really strong. The SANFL have had 2 good wins as well. There's a lot of guys that are unlucky not to be in the AFL side that are playing SANFL footy. So really good signs early, but big challenge for us tomorrow night against one of the top sides.
Well, you've jumped my agenda because I had selection down at about 3 or 4. But
sorry about that.
You are I like the fact that you are like.
Well, the team will drop in about 10 minutes.
He's the breaker though. This guy, I like it. So
I like my new role there.
How could they drop Ned?
Well, yeah, we were going through it at the beginning of the show, and Rowey had all the incumbents staying because it was such a good win, and as he said, everybody contributed.
Yeah, it's as I said, it's a really tough one, and
it is.
Lukey Pedler.
One of the brutal things of footy, isn't it?
It is. Yeah, it is brutal, and but as you say, it's about your role and role playing. You can't have, I guess, all the stars out there. You need guys that are going to play a certain role, and Luke was certainly playing his role to a T before he was unfortunate to get suspended. So. Yeah, he comes back in, and it's very unlucky, but he's handled it well, and you need the squad throughout the year, so there's definitely going to be more opportunities.
Well, let's get on a roll. Is Fogg back?
Yes, he is. Fogg's back.
Fogg's back?
Yep.
So Gallant's out. McAdam back?
No McAdam.
No, I didn't think so. And what about Berry?
No Bez.
Okay, so 2 changes. Fogg in, Pedler in.
Yep.
Okay.
There it is.
Just work it
Just
out.
the 2.
I'm just trying to work it out
Just
in my
the
head.
2, yeah.
And
Gallant omitted, and Schonberg is going to be
you've got the
sub.
time.
Just seen it coming now.
And Schonberg's to sub. So Butsy got up.
Yep, Butsy's good. Yep.
Oh, good to go. God, if there was a little bit of...
he was a little worried.
Well, I was a little bit. Well, he got subbed off.
Mm.
He got not selected. He's been injured. He's been carrying a few little bits and pieces. If there's a snoozer in the team you don't want out, to be a key defender because the cupboard's a little bit bare, isn't it? Who's the next man in if it was?
Jimmy Borlace is playing some really good footies.
Yeah. But he's not a brute of a lad. Like he's, what, 190?
He's a big unit.
Well, he's got big shoulders,
big and
but
wide,
height.
yeah.
Well, he's wide.
Yeah.
196?
He'd be about that, I think. Yeah,
196?
Oh, yeah. He's got the nice little throw going at the moment as well, so maybe a little bit extra.
He's got a
centimetres
quiff
there.
on the top.
That gives you a couple of inches.
Yeah, Keeney's playing really good footy too, so he's showing good signs. But clearly this week they got the 2 big boys forward as well, so we need Butsy and Muzz getting them done.
Hey, I was having a look at the game, and there was some exciting footy played and some great goals kicked. I'm just wondering, your indoor training centre, are there like half-hour sessions on how to celebrate? Because I'm just there's some fancy footwork going on and handwork going on after a goal. There's definitely some choreography going on, and who's in charge of that?
There are times where, so in the afternoons, we're in our defenders, forwards, backs, and while you're doing weights, the other half is the indoor centre that you're talking about, and you do some, touch and craft and whatnot up there. And there is times you look over at the forwards and they're just carrying on like absolute pork chops. So, led by Tex.
Oh, right.
Yeah, he does a little foot thing with Rankin, doesn't he?
Yeah, the 32-year-old father of 3 just leading the young boys astray. But I love it. We like especially on the weekend in the last quarter when we'd had the game done and they're kicking goals and celebrating like they are, and it gives us a lot of enjoyment down back to watch that, and gives you that little bit of a boost too to see. I think it's just young guys, like especially Rash and Rankin are the 2 boys that kick some nice goals and celebrate a lot. But that's just 2 young guys living their dream and loving footy, and it's really good to see.
Yeah. Did Saligo get a team fine as well for touching the ump?
Strawny missed that one. Strawny does the team fine, so he did miss that one. But yeah, I think he'll get a fine from the boys for sure.
Well, who got the fines this week if Strawny missed that one? Because it want to be good.
The skip's copped a few. He's doing a lot of plugging on Instagram, so a lot of winery stuff. And he's taking his beautiful partner to the wineries and getting photos. So the skip copped a few this week.
Who the hell's on Instagram? Are you, Tim?
No.
Are you B. Smith?
Yeah, I'm all over it.
Yeah.
Love it, brother.
Now, just on the Foodland text, a question for B. Smith. B. Smith, your stats are wrong. Who's taller, Taylor Walker or James Borlace?
Oh, I'm going to go Boz, I reckon. I reckon Boz has got him.
Taylor Walker's 194. The Borlacker's only 192. So that quiff on his head.
Well, he's grown then.
He's 192.
He's grown.
Has he?
Right. Yeah, I reckon that's his draft height. He's grown.
Yeah, it could be.
Okay, well, I'll take that.
I refuse to believe it.
You refuse to believe it.
I'm with you. Yeah, there you go.
D Fogarty 194. So Fog's back. His knee's okay.
Yep, moving around nicely today.
Well, that's good news.
Now, how did your kicking go today? We've heard the gather round balls have been put into. So talk to us about your kicking.
There was a few fans out there today. We trained out on the back oval, so the fans had come out. We did some autographs and whatnot. So for all of them that were out there, don't be concerned about what you saw today because it was it was tough conditions. But the gather round, so we used the brand new footies for gather round tomorrow, and they've got some paint work. The grip's not quite there yet. They're not kicked in. They're hard and pointy. So. Are
these Sharons?
Sharons, yeah. It wouldn't have been a great spectacle for the fans that are out there today. There was footies going everywhere. They were pretty tough to deal with. So hopefully they're all kicked in properly for tomorrow night's game.
So there's 9 rounds. There's going to be 9 lots of footballs with painted gather whatever on them.
So you're going to see some different looking footies this weekend. They've got some white and pink through the points of the footy. So yeah.
Serious?
Yeah. I don't know why they bother.
But you're elite. How'd they come off your boot?
I actually... There's a little cricket pitch in where we train too, so I took half of that out. So I've got a bit of a sore foot.
Replace your divots.
Yeah, it was like playing golf. I've been hitting plenty behind the ball lately, so I did a bit of that with the footy.
Hey, mate, your coach today was interviewed and he just said, look, we're on the big stage. Just have a listen to this.
There's no doubt we'll talk through that, the challenges that come with it. You know, it's a big stage. It's the ability to perform. We've actually probably let ourselves down once or twice over the last 2 or 3 years. You know, a young group getting in that situation. So we'd like to think we've learned from those.
So that says to me, like blokes like yourself who are senior players now, what role do you play now in just controlling that?
Yeah, it's going to be huge for us, and we spoke about it today, just about remaining calm and understanding our role, and nothing really changes from the last 2 weeks in terms of how we want to go about playing tomorrow night, but there is going to be the extra, even the media in the rooms before and after the game, those little things that these young guys probably aren't used to. There's going to be a lot more noise happening around the game, so just keeping everyone focused on what we've got to do, keeping the boys calm. As I said, we're up against one of the top sides. It's going to be a challenging game, so if we can just keep our focus and in front of, hopefully, I don't know, what's the max capacity, 55,000?
Yes. It's full, as full as.
So,
and the other thing's a national TV audience. We don't get a lot of them.
Not that you know that while you're out there, but the young boys, it'll be the first time a lot of those guys have played, especially a Thursday night game in front of a full house with everyone in Australia watching.
They haven't beaten you since 2010. They've never beaten the Crows on Adelaide Oval. They've beaten no one this year. They're not going that well, mate. I'm trying to give you confidence, B. Smith.
I appreciate it.
I've watched them. They're actually not... All due credit to them, they're finding ways to win, which would be pleasing
Which
with the
is
coaches.
normally...
But they're not exactly... Yeah, they're not exactly
They're not blowing
humming.
people away,
Nah.
but they're winning. That's all you can ask
They only
for.
just got over North Melbourne. They struggled against other clubs. They had a draw with Richmond. Geelong. I mean, they beat Geelong. I mean, whoopsie-doo, everyone beat them, except Hawthorn on the weekend. No, I don't rate it.
I'm not getting sucked into that. I'm going with Carlton at the
very dangerous
favourites.
statement.
The premiership favourites, and we're going to knock them off tomorrow night.
So you'd rather be the underdogs, you guys, don't you? You like to be the scraggers. They're coming at you,
where
mate.
we've been in the last 2 or 3 years, obviously it's a big. Any time we get to play a top quality side like Carlton on a Thursday night, which doesn't happen for us, we're normally Sunday twilight. So this is huge.
Whose home deck is it? Whose home is it? Whose castle? It's not theirs. It's your home.
Yeah.
Be confident, mate.
We're expecting to win. That's our thing in 2023. We expect to win every game.
We expect to win. That Mackay dude.
I've heard that somewhere.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I have too. Where'd you hear it? Where'd you hear it?
Yeah.
Port.
Oh, there was a song released, I think, 1988.
Was there?
Yeah, by a bloke called Andy Upton. G'day, Andy, if you're listening. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You haven't got a bloody
reached, I think it
mortgage on
reached
everything
number
that's-
7 in the charts. I
Did
reckon,
it?
in '88? Yeah.
88, you weren't in the AFL yet. 88.
Yeah. No, we weren't.
No.
But it was called the Magpies Expect to Win. It was a beauty.
They just think
Actually,
they've
we'll
got
play it after this break.
They think they've got a mortgage on everything, that mob, don't they?
Magpies.
Mackay, Harry, how did he get let off?
Yeah.
Please.
I don't
Please.
know. I don't know. I can't work it. It's confusing.
It is. Tom Lynch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could go all night about it. But no, it's
okay.
Very confusing at the moment with even the tackling. You see tackles that you think look worse than other ones and they're getting less weeks. And it's, I don't know what's going to happen.
Ped's got a
week in,
game,
week
and
out.
when your game's on, there's 2 boys that are going to go up and they'll probably get thrown out. So I think that the biggest investment your club needs is to get an advocacy that just wins tribunal hearings. We don't. No, we just don't.
Yeah. I think it's a...
We just get smashed all the time.
It's a postcode thing. Could be a postcode thing. Hey, yeah, we had Rory on, and he was actually that enthusiastic about the 5-day break, wasn't he? He was that excited about it. He said, I'd prefer to play 34 games in a year and just get on with it and, just play the games. So how would you feel about that?
That's Sloaney for you. I don't know whether he's trying to convince himself that he's feeling good, but it's been a strange week, yeah.
It's only 5 days, but do you like the shorter break? Not every week, but do you like the shorter break sometimes?
Yes and no, depends. Coming off a loss, especially you like a shorter break just to get into the next game. But it's been a strange week this week where we've trained the last 3 days, but it's sort of been a gradual build into what he's going to play tomorrow. So there's no real main session, which has been a bit strange. But thankfully, we're playing good footy and in good form, so we not too much that we had to train during the main session. So. It is going to be interesting to see how we go, second half of tomorrow night. But the boys felt pretty good today and trained well, so fingers crossed we come out and play a good four quarters again.
There'll be no fingers crossed. I've got some real confidence in you boys. B. Smith, thank you for coming in. Thanks to ASIC Couriers. Well done, and have a big day tomorrow.
Pleasure.
A massive day. Because you are back. I think you had 500-odd metres gain. He's running...
Oh, yeah.
Delivery. Only Dawson beat you this week. I know when you were flying, when those metres gained.
He's in the midfield now, isn't he?
Yeah, he's left us, Dawson. So
I know.
I'm not getting any handball receives off him, I'll tell you that much.
B. Smith, thanks for your time. Good man, thanks for coming in. ASIC Couriers, SA Family Business. They're doing great things for your business. Give them a call. Ace it with ASIC Couriers.
So just going over those teams again that dropped a little earlier than we were expecting. In for the Crows for tomorrow night, Darcy Fogarty is back. Luke Pedler is also back into the team. Out is Ned McHenry, Lockie Gallant and Harry Schoenberg as well. And for Carlton, their team, Sam Walsh is going to play his first game for Carlton for the year. Akers and Kennedy return as well, so some big ins. And Doherty out with that injury for a few weeks. O'Brien, Honey and Carroll are their other outs. So they're the teams for tomorrow night, Thursday night football.
Yeah, big game.
We'll be there live and local tomorrow night. Now, we're giving away tickets to more Gather Round games. We have 4 tickets, to give away to the Tigers and Swans, which is Friday night, which is just a huge game at the Adelaide Oval.
Got another moment for us, haven't we?
8223 0055 if you can tell us this footy moment. I reckon this will be the easiest one of the lot. 8223 0055. Get in quick. It is 11 minutes to 6.
At Bedford Park at a crash, Marion Road exit ramp near the Southern Expressway heading outbound. Regency Park at a crash, Regency Road near Nowina Road. Busy at the moment, Fullerton Road at Glen Osmond Road. And got delays at Woodville with the lane closed. Woodville Road near Bower Street. Speeds are reduced at the moment. Cameras on the drive home, Conningham Street, Glenunga, and look out for another one at Glen Osmond Road at Myrtle Bank. An average of 83 people die on Australian rail lines each year. A moment of distraction could change your life forever. Stand back, look up, stay rail safe. A message from the Government of South Australia. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show. 5AA, Adelaide's #1 station for sport. Thanks to Rossdale Homes, home of the absolute fixed price contract. No builder's variations, no nasty surprises.
I'm here at Cherry Glen Osmond to take a test drive of the car that everyone is raving about, the Cherry Motor 5. Oh, these seats are so comfortable, and the state-of-the-art tech is worthy of a car 3 times its price. And almost every function of the vehicle can be controlled by voice. Check this out. Cherry.
Yes, I'm here.
Open sunroof.
Got it. It's opening.
Book yourself a test drive of this incredible Motor 5 from 33k drive away. Visit gocherry.com.au.
If you need to fix your pipes, call Precise. Call Precise. If your toilet's blocking up, call Precise. Call Precise. If your lights aren't turning on, or your hot water is gone, or a plumber or an electrician, call Precise. Precise.
Precise Plumbing and Electrical. Call 1300 700 200. That's 1300 700 200. Precise Plumbing and Electrical. We're helping life flow.
Or a plumber or an electrician, call Precise. Call Precise.
Life is pretty convenient nowadays. From smartphones to self-driving cars and Aldi's pre-marinated whole split chicken. Now only $6.49 per kilo. I wish I had taste buds. Aldi, good, different.
If you have an electrical or plumbing emergency, don't worry. REA Trade Assist can now help 24/7. REA Trade Assist will book you a trusted tradie to sort out your emergency so you can keep on moving on. T's and C's apply. Available from REA.
Whether you're a sparky, a chippy, a fiery or a bikey. Whether they call you curly, tubby or tiny. Whether next door means a few feet or a few miles. We know the weather's harsh in South Australia. But Olympic Industries carports, verandas and sheds are tougher than most. And if they're strong enough in the country, they'll be strong enough in the city. Some say strong as an ox, others say hard as nails. We just say built to last. Olympic Industries.
Hello, I'm Lynn Andrews. For over 50 years we have specialised in commercial and residential property management. But above all, we specialise in people, helping to make life easy for property investors and the tenants of their properties. Everyone is treated with integrity and respect. That's the Lynn Andrews way. For commercial and residential property management, we are here to help. Visit lynnandrews.com.au.
Honey, how far away is that barbecue?
Mission update, time is 1300 hours. 4 burners are now operational. Sausages are commencing their final turn. Beer fridge is sitting at 3 degrees. Manual temperature verification. Perfect. Estimated time of food delivery, 6 minutes, 30 seconds.
Okay.
If you take your role as Backyard Hospitality Director seriously, make sure your cuisine cockpit is A-OK with Adelaide Outdoor Kitchens. Outdoor appliances, custom concrete benchtops and basins, barbecues and custom furniture. AdelaideOutdoorKitchens.com.au.
With more stores close to home and everyday low prices, great food lives at Foodland, the mighty South Aussies.
Rowey and Timmy G on the FIVEAA Sports Show.
7 minutes to 6. Neil Baum coming up shortly, and the Giants head coach Adam Kingsley shortly as well. But if you can identify this, you're on your way to the Tigers and Swans on Friday night.
John from Colonel Light Gardens, who's that? What is that?
G'day, mate. I think it's the Jordan Dawson goal after the siren against Power in the showdown last year.
Sorry, John.
Sorry, Johnny. Hello, Lee.
Is it Tom Lynch from kicking the goal against Richmond?
Oh, okay, because that would make sense, wouldn't it?
Tom Lynch, did you say?
Yeah.
Sorry,
Sorry, Lee. Nick from Glenelg.
Do you want to hear it again?
Yeah, let's hear it again. That's Hutto, isn't it?
I think so.
Yep.
Nick, who is it?
You know what? I just rang, but I got no clue.
Oh, Nick, there's
Really?
no point ringing if you got no clue. Sorry, mate. Let's go to Sean at Adelaide because Barmy's rating it 5 to 6. Sean, what is it?
05 semi-final. I believe it was Swans and Cats. I reckon it's Hutto.
Siren could go any second. Swans need a goal. Nick Davis! Nick Davis! I don't believe it! I see it, but I don't believe
Sean, well done, mate. You got those tickets. How good's that?
Yes, boys. Awesome.
Gather round. All yours. Stay on the line. We'll get your details.
Congratulations.
Well done to Sean. And just quickly as well, if you go to any gather round match this weekend, you're a chance to win 2 tickets to the grand final, afl.com.au/gather round, AFL GF code GFAFL 23/31.
Well, all 18 clubs are in town. It is Gather Round. Richmond's senior club advisor, everyone's favourite, Neil Baum, joins us. Barmy, welcome.
Thanks, Stephen.
Have you arrived yet? Are you here?
No, in the morning I come, yeah.
Okay. Who's your advocate? How the hell did you get Tom Lynch off? Let's start there, Barmy.
Oh, well, all he did was be there. No, I shouldn't say that. I'm not being critical. No, I'm pleased they saw it that way because I can understand what they're doing, but it's almost impossible for the players. And I know that when I played, we did a lot of stupid things, so I'm probably not the best person to ask, but I'm really pleased that they saw that. I mean, he was really just, there was nothing he could have done apart from pull out, if you know what I mean. So I'm pleased that happened. But as it turned out, it didn't matter because he's got a fractured foot and he's not able to play for quite a few weeks anyway. So even if they gave him a month, it wouldn't have mattered, as it turns out. But that's not the point, is it?
Yeah, no, you're right. 1 win, a draw, 2 losses. Where's the team at? You've got a few injuries now, haven't you?
Oh, we've got a few injuries. We've got a real challenge to get through them. But I mean, really proud of the way the players and the coaches have talked about it. We haven't talked about that at all. We've just talked about the opportunity opportunity to play the kids and to just let the system look after itself. And to be fair, we're very confident about how we're going to go against Sydney. So, but we've been pretty good. Like, our best is good enough. We just haven't won the games in a sense, which I know sounds a stupid thing to say, but the attitude's been good, the effort's been good, the contest has been good. We just haven't quite executed as well as we should. So we've just got to keep coaching them and helping them and making sure they train the right way, and they're in a pretty good place. So I'm hopeful that we'll be able to get up against Sydney.
Barmy, I'm surprised you didn't get this game scheduled for Nordover. You could have got that local knowledge in, mate.
They didn't ask me, I can tell you.
Would have been very handy, but it is an important clash for you guys. And Sydney, the last 2 weeks, they got a touch-up from Melbourne and didn't play 100% against Port Adelaide and end up losing on the last kick. But, yeah, they're gettable, I reckon.
Oh, look, it's such an unpredictable season, isn't it? I reckon I've been right at half-time most games and wrong by the end of each game. It's been quite unusual. Yeah. So it's really hard to predict form, I think. I mean, they're a good, strong, competitive mob. We know what they do there. They really charge at you. They make it difficult for you. They're a good, strong, pressure side. So it means we've got to play our game as well as we can and take them on. And if we do that, we're genuinely a chance of getting up and winning. There's no doubt about that at all. But they'll be saying the same about themselves. And I think, most games, most clubs are saying the same thing. And most clubs have got a story to tell. But even watching the Geelong game on the weekend, the early parts they were getting smashed, and all of a sudden they just turned it around. So you're just never quite sure what form means at this stage.
You're a thinker of the game, Barmy. Your fairness in commentary, we love this gather round concept. What do you think?
Oh, I think it's wonderful because it's just different. I mean, and Adelaide have obviously got the advantage of it, and they get to see all of these teams. They can have a bit of fun watching the footy, and the local people can buy in and do a few things. And I assume that they'll want to do it in other places with years to come. So I think it's a pretty good idea because, I mean, we've had a gather round in Melbourne for 120 years.
Yeah.
Right?
There you go.
Yeah.
Well
so it's a good idea to have it. And I'm having a really close feeling about Adelaide. I'm really pleased that it's in Adelaide, and I'm really looking forward to it. Unfortunately, I've got to come back and do a few things here. Otherwise, I virtually would have stayed for most of the games, particularly the couple of ones at Norwood. But there's one at Norwood when we're playing as well, and the other one I can't stay for on Sunday. But that'll be good fun, there's no doubt. And even the Mount Barker one, what a wonderful idea. It's lovely, really, I think.
Yeah, Fremantle Gold Coast, that's Friday, and the other one is at Nord Oval, GWS Giants and Hawthorn. Can't wait.
Yeah. Do you think it could work, would it have to stay in, say, like a Perth or Brisbane? Would it work in Sydney?
Oh, I think there's no doubt it would. Yeah, I really think I think this will be the test, but clearly the South Australian people and the South Australian government, I guess, and the local councils and all that will all buy in because they get what footy means. Now, whether Sydney do or not is probably another question, but you get a feeling they would. I mean, they've had enough side of GWS and Sydney Swans, and I think they'll know what it's all about. But hopefully that'll be the case.
Good to see you back in Adelaide, Barmy. All the best on Friday night.
Lovely talking to you, boys. Thank you.
Great
Thanks,
work,
Steve.
Neil
Thanks.
Barm there, Senior Club Advisor, Richmond Footy Club. I love talking to Barmy.
Yeah, he's excellent. I think I told you late last year I got to interview him at lunch and got a good 45 minutes of time to be able to go straight through the history and into today, and just
he's
answers very honestly.
In residence, love him.
Fantastic. 6 o'clock news time. We're going to speak to the Giants head coach, Adam Kingsley, on the other side.
The FIVEAA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G. Online, on DAB Digital Radio, and on 1395 AM. Talking Adelaide. This is Adelaide's FIVEAA.
Partly cloudy tonight, partly cloudy tomorrow, and 21. With the 6 o'clock news, I'm Mel Usher. It's Gather Round Eve and the excitement is building. AFL boss Gil McLachlan full of praise for the way the Premier has rallied the troops, with SA ready to host the entire Round 5.
He did an incredible job of convincing the Commission and the clubs that this initiative should be held here in South Australia. I'm not sure we thought how far we'd come and how much the vision that was presented, we saw in it and the Premier presented would come to life.
Tourism Minister Zoe Beddison.
Our city is going to be absolutely pumping and everyone around Australia is talking about Adelaide.
Police will be treating the footy festival like a long weekend, with Operation Gather now underway. Detective Inspector Damien Eichner says they'll be paying particular attention in and around Mount Barker, given the town is hosting a game on Saturday.
So we've got one of the gather rounds is occurring in the hills, so there will be particular attention to the roads up there, given that the forecast for the weekend is wet and people that may be unfamiliar with the roads will be paying attention to their driving behaviours.
A grandmother accused of trafficking cocaine was a no-show at today's first court hearing, her lawyer citing significant dementia. The 82-year-old and her 30-year-old grandson were arrested in February. They're accused of attempting to smuggle $3.2 million worth of the drug. The matter has been adjourned to October. The Albanese government is recruiting from the opposite side of the political aisle to campaign for the Indigenous voice to Parliament. Zach De Silva has more.
Former Indigenous Affairs Minister Ken Wyatt is standing side by side with his Labor successor to promote the voice. Mr Wyatt returned his Liberal membership when the party announced its opposition to the advisory body. He says it'll give First Nations people a seat at the table.
If we maintain the status quo, then nothing will change.
The opposition leader is in Alice Springs to discuss a surge in violence. Peter Dutton says the government should focus less on the voice and more on law and order.
Canberra is a million miles away.
The Electoral Commission is also rolling out a campaign to educate Australians about the voice referendum.
Now turning to 5AA's sport, and Darcy Fogarty will pull on the boots tomorrow night when the Crows face Carlton at Adelaide Oval to kick off the Gather Round. He's been named in the team after recovering from injury. Luke Pedler also comes back into the side after missing last week due to suspension. Lockie Gallant and Ned McHenry have been omitted. Adelaide is eyeing a third consecutive win after victories against Port Adelaide and Fremantle. Coach Matthew Nix is looking forward to SA being in the spotlight with the Gather Round.
For us to be able to show off what we know is a beautiful state. We might get a bit of flack from other states, but when people come to this state, they realise how beautiful it is and what we've got.
Carlton skipper Patrick Cripps says Sam Walsh is raring to go as he prepares to return from a back injury. And Swans coach John Longmire says discussions about Paddy McCartan's future in the game are premature after he suffered his 10th concussion. Now checking 5AA traffic.
Worried about cheap insurance? Who offers great value cover you won't regret? Amy does. Before buying insurance issued by Amy, read the PDS and TMD at amy.com.au and consider whether it's right for you.
At Bedford Park, look out for a crash. Marion Road exit ramp near the Southern Expressway heading outbound. Regency Park, another collision there. Regency Road near Nowina Road, and we're busy at the moment. Fullerton Road at Glen Osmond Road. Roadworks to look out for at Highgate, Fullerton Road near Avenue Road. With a camera tonight, South Terrace in the city. Aussie owned, the Lottery Office has a massive $715 million up for grabs in the USA Mega Lotto. Visit lotteryoffice.com.au now before it's gone. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Now the 5AA forecast.
Get the Toyota Forklift Advantage. Visit toyotamaterialhandling.com.au.
Partly cloudy tonight, down to 13. Partly cloudy tomorrow, 21. Friday, evening showers, 25. Saturday, showers, 19. Right now, it's 18 degrees. Now let's see what's happening on 9 News tonight.
Tens of thousands of people begin pouring into Adelaide for our Festival of Footy. Just how much it means for SA. A predator massage therapist confesses his crimes. We reveal who he is. The major supermarket dropping the price of hundreds of products for the next 12 weeks. And could fasting help ward off dementia? I'm Brenton Raglas. The full story on 9 News, happening now.
What if your next holiday was always parked just outside the front door? Dave Benson Caravans sell your next holiday. And unlike an expensive overseas holiday, your dollar remains as an asset, your caravan. With over 120 new or used caravans and campers on display under one roof, the DBC Caravan professionals can tailor your next family holiday to your lifestyle and needs. Your Australian journey awaits and begins at Dave Benson Caravans, 64 Grand Junction Road, Kilburn.
Who can fix the shower?
Service today.
Who can fix the power?
Service today.
Yes, we can, is what we say at Service Today.
From emergency plumbing to electrical and heating and cooling, no matter what size job you need, at Service Today, the answer will always be yes, we can. It's Service Today guaranteed, or it's free.
Can you fix the shower? Yes, we can. Can you fix the power? Yes, we can. Yes, we can, is what we say at Service Today.
Look out for our bright yellow trucks.
IGA's Price Match Promise. We checked, we matched, you won't pay more. Every week we check and match the regular price of the big two supermarkets on hundreds of everyday products. Just look out for the Price Match tickets in store. Participating stores only. See website for full terms.
Hey there, Jacinta Franklin here. And here. And here. You're probably wondering why 3 Jacintas are reading this ad. It's because of the new Swiss fast-acting vitamin D3. It contains a form of vitamin D that's 3 times more powerful than standard vitamin D. 3 times? So, try Swiss fast-acting vitamin D3 to support healthy bones. Now available at Chemist Warehouse and Coles. Swiss fast-acting vitamin D3 contains calciferdiol, which is 3 times more powerful than standard vitamin D. Cholecalciferol. Always read the label and follow the directions for use. Sounding great. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Will Chapman from Goldsboro Financial Services. If you've been let down by your investment fund or superannuation and its advisors, put your financial future in the hands of an advisor who wants you to get a better outcome. Our clients have been recommending Goldsboro for 25 years. You can rely on our team of trusted professionals to put your interests first. We take the time to get to know our clients and their families because we believe that great futures are built on strong, lasting relationships. Goldsboro, for all your tomorrows. Goldsboro Financial Services, AFSL number 225330.
A lot of shopping centres are the same. Same predictable shops, same people. But if you want something new, check out Newton Central with Drake's, Barossa Fine Foods, Seafood Works, Target and many more specialty shops. It's the kind of centre where you can get some retail therapy, do the weekly shop, or gather all the fine ingredients you need for an impressive family feast. Want something new in your life? Choose a new local. Choose Newton Central, Gorge Road, Newton.
You're such a loser. Over 340,000 school kids will be bullied this year and won't tell anyone. Help break the silence around bullying. Donate to Dolly's Dream at doitfordollyday.org.au.
With more stores close to home and everyday low prices, great food lives at Foodland, the mighty South Aussies.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
8 minutes after 6. You won't want to miss tomorrow's show on the Foodland live stream, Facebook and YouTube. Just search 5AA on the socials. Gil McLaughlin and Caroline Wilson live at the Adelaide Oval with Rowey and Timmy G as we prepare for the Crows, and Carlton live at Adelaide Oval.
Can't wait. Adam Kingsley shortly. We're looking forward to that, head coach of GWS. Gather round Crows Carlton. You said that in Pedlar for Ned McHenry. Fogg for Gallant, the sub. Now, we talked about McAdam, a couple of ins and outs and all of that. I'm happy for Fogg for Gallant, I said that, but not so much Pedlar for Ned. What more could a Neddy done? 22 touches, high half forward, 10 score involvements, 3 goal assists. He got 5 coaches' votes. Played that role as good as anyone has this year. I'd have had Murphy out before him. I'd have had Chase Jones out before him. And I know people go, I'd have had Ben Keys out before Ned. It's a balance of your team. So a bit shocked by that one. I'm glad Pedlar's back in. I would have made him sub. Looks like Ned will be the sub. So how do you say about that? 822 300 00.
Well, this fella, I tell you what, he was a premiership player at Port Adelaide, a best and fairest at Port Adelaide. He went through a coaching journey that covered off about 3 clubs before he got a head job. It's been an absolute journey. Adam Kingsley, welcome. Congratulations, mate. I haven't been able to talk to you since you got the job.
Yeah, thanks, Timmy. Rowey, how are you?
Good on you, Kingo. Well done, mate. Bloody rep for you. Is it everything you thought it'd be?
So far, yeah, it's been great. But clearly we're into the thrust of the season now. We haven't been able to win the last 3 games, so it's starting to build a bit of pressure. But still enjoying it and still trying to improve and get better.
And there's no more pressure than what you put on yourself. But they've been narrow losses, haven't they? 19 points, 10 points, 13 points. They're almost more frustrating.
Yeah, it is. You're right. I think we've been playing reasonably well without being anywhere near our best, in my view. And we're making some critical errors that are letting the opposition in and creating some easy scores against us. So, that is frustrating in a certain sense. But we see the positivity around it, and we have opportunities. We're in every game. We'll play to the last minute, that's for sure. We just need to finish our work a little better.
Now, you've got Hawthorn at Norwood Oval. I mean, you've got some local knowledge here, haven't you? A bit of an advantage over the Hawks.
I was looking forward to picking Rowey's brain about Norwood.
Just spear them into the wall on the western side.
Well, it's only a metre away from the boundary line, isn't it? So it shouldn't be too hard.
And yet I've never seen, in all my time, anybody go under the wall.
No.
It's unreal, isn't it?
Good.
It's incredible.
Well, let's keep it that way at least this weekend, please.
What's a surprise for you as a coach? Something you don't like now that you thought you'd absolutely love about the role?
I guess, when you're the head coach, everyone kind of makes sure that what they're doing is the right way, the way that I want it done. So there's a lot of checking in and referencing and making sure that I'm happy with what they're doing. And so, and that's probably just being new to the role and a whole bunch of new people working together for the first time, is that constant checking in. You sit down and try and get some work done, and there's a knock on the door or there's people walking in on, just wanted to grab, a bit of time. So that's been a little bit challenging in the early part of it. But, as we work together, certainly, my intention is for these guys just to go and do their jobs, and they're really good people, and I trust them to do that. But right now they're just making sure that we're all on the same page, which has its challenges from a workload perspective in this part of the year.
Did you give the lads their first big spray, I read, was it? You gave them some cold baked beans out the can, 3/4 time, V-Bombers.
Yeah, well, I mean, it wasn't a huge spray, I must say, but the reality is when you're not competing at the level that we expect, you need to address it pretty quickly and with some urgency, and that's what I did.
And which is fair enough too, mate. You're allowed to do that. You're now the coach. From being an assistant, what have you? Is it self pressure? You reckon that is the change when you become the top man?
Oh, it is at this point. No doubt external pressure will start playing a role when, expectation builds on what we're capable of. But at the moment, our expectations internally are that we're going a little better than what we are currently. Always want to be winning every game you play, which is unreasonable, but that's the reality of it. You're prepared to win every game. And of course, you see the little errors that we're making that are really, really costing us, and they become frustrating. But at the same time, we're understanding that, we've still got quite a young group mixed in with a couple of more experienced senior guys, and we're going to be a group that's going to be together for a long period of time. So, it's a work in progress, and we've got plenty of work to do.
Adam Kingsley here for Gather Round, GWS Giants head coach. I just look at your 04 Port Premiership team. I look at Stewie Jew, he's coaching the Suns. You got you at GWS. Hardwick's a 3-time at Richmond. Ladies, a coach in waiting. Love his brain. Josh Carr, well, some are saying next line for Port. Josh Marnie, I've probably missed a few. Matty Primus has already coached. Unbelievable record, Adam, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, well, you got Chad as a backline coach there as well.
Yeah.
Brogues was a coach for a long period of time. So, yeah, it's no coincidence that we're a reasonable team. Brisbane probably exactly the same, if not more. I think they've got 4 or 5 senior coaches in their crew as well. So, yeah, look, they're going back. We had a really, really strong group, both on field and off field. We had a lot of intelligent guys who understood the game, and it was a part of the reason why we had a bit of success during that period.
Yeah. I love Choco. He's a teacher by trade, and that's how he coached. How much of Choco's in you, Adam Kingsley?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, there's a bit. He does a lot of really good stuff, and having spent 16 years as a player and a coach working for Choco, that tends to have an enormous influence, and he's been awesome for my career, both as a player and as a coach. Always there to be able to lean on if you've got any questions or there's any advice that. He's certainly willing to offer some advice when you need it. So that's, we have a great relationship, and he's been instrumental in my progression as firstly as a player, but then as a coach.
Mate, you played Melbourne, in Adelaide, at clubs that are in footy states. Is it an advantage or disadvantage being in Sydney that's not 100% AFL?
Yeah, well, it could be both. It's certainly an advantage at times, being able to sort of separate yourself and have a life outside of football, take your mind off football, which is important. Whether you're winning or losing, it's important to have your own life, to have some distractions, whether it's study, whether it's a pastime. But also, you don't get the same level of pressure on these guys either, coaches included. And, for instance, we've lost 3 in a row. Adelaide would be, certainly front and centre, same as Melbourne. Not quite the same up here. So, I don't see that as an advantage. I think the pressure is a healthy thing. And I see it as actually fueling a little bit of drive and a little bit of just that bit of that steel in your club and in your group. So it probably has its benefits, but it also I think has its downside as well.
Adam, you lived in Adelaide. You know how South Aussies roll. We're interactive here. We have a Foodland text line. This is one for you.
Right.
Adam, do you have bigger biceps than Luke Beveridge, and what can you arm curl? Now, I don't understand that, but I think you giggling, you might, Adam Kingsley.
Well, I wouldn't have a clue. What I do know is my distraction is trying to keep fit, and that's something that our coaching group does well together. Work out together and have a bit of fun. So you've got to have some sort of release away from the game, and that's mine.
Okay, fair enough. You might need to drag Dewey along with you, old Stewie Dew and me. I've been in a good paddock, King. Are you your playing weight?
No, I wouldn't have thought so, Rowey. I'd be about 15 kilo heavier than what I played. So
get out. Hey,
it doesn't take much.
Gather round. What do you think? You're a good thinker of the game.
Yeah, it's a great idea. Yeah, it's well, to be quite frank, it's something that we'd love to have up here in Sydney. To grow the game, and I think the venues we have would suit it perfectly. But Adelaide will be fantastic. Really looking forward to it. And I like the idea of not only playing at Adelaide Oval, but also I think there's a game at Mount Barker, isn't there?
Yes.
We're playing at Norwood, so to be able to take the game, away from the major stadiums and take it out to sort of country venue, Mount Barker, but local area is I think it's pretty good.
Well, mate, pick up some ideas while you're here for gather round. See if you can take them back there, mate. But all the best for the rest of the season as coach.
No worries. Thanks, guys.
Adam Kingsley, GWS coach, our guest.
Yeah, it is. They got GWS versus Hawthorn. That's $2.50 at Nord Oval. The other one, which there are still tickets to, is Fremantle Gold Coast at Nord Oval. That's $4.40 on Friday. We'll be at that game. We'll be doing that game live. Tomorrow is the big one for us. 5 o'clock, Caro.
Yes.
In the commentary box, the 5AA commentary box with you and I. Immediately after that, the boss of the AFL, Gil McLachlan, who 366 days ago said to the Commission, I'm going to be riding on my trusty steed out of here, and he's still here. Now, you got one job, Timmy.
Yep.
Get us that date and who's got the job.
All right, I'll do that.
Get us the date and who's got the job.
Easy, no problem.
There's a lot of interest on it, hey?
Oh, no, he's a wily character.
Well, it's very fascinating because there's a lot of talk around at the moment that a surprise contender for the CEO is Kylie Watson-Wheeler, who we know is well entrenched at the Western Bulldogs as their president. So just a little late surge from somebody else from outside.
Another name.
The other contenders that have been floated, the Dylans and the Brendan Gales.
Well, there seems like there's something happening because it's just taking so long. So it just seemed like whatever candidates they had, they've been through the process and they're maybe not happy with the result. So maybe they've gone back to the well a second time.
I'm a big believer that a job as important as that, the core business is football, and you've got to be absolutely over it. Now Gil played. Andrew Demetrio played. Everyone that's been in that chair has played. And I think that's important.
Just 8 months, like you said, nearly a year ago, he said, I'm hanging the hat up.
366 days.
So it should not have taken this long, in my opinion.
Well, there's got to be reasons, and Gil will give them to us at 5:30.
All right.
And we're not going to dwell on it. There's other things you want to talk to Gil about.
Yeah, true, absolutely. But
how's your fishing? And
I think you're optimistic about the answer.
I'm hopefully optimistic.
Hopefully optimistic again.
Well, it's meant to be his last weekend. He might be a little bit loose. 21 minutes after 6. Take your calls next.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G. Sunday nights from 7, join Sean Fuster with his partner in crime, Daniel Panozzo, for Just Lawful, the Adelaide crime stories that will leave you stunned. You can make a difference without getting involved through independent charity Crime Stoppers, supported by Police Credit Union.
G'day, it's Rory Sloane for Jarvis Toyota. The new and improved Hilux Rogue is wider, taller and tougher. The 2.8 litre turbo diesel engine pumps out 150 kilowatts of effortless power. Enough to cruise through the work week and power into the weekend. Hilux Rogue is loaded with enhancements for on and off-road performance. Check out the new Hilux Rogue for yourself today at Jarvis Toyota, South Road, Clovelly Park. Proudly celebrating 21 years of great deals.
How easily could you save hundreds off your energy bills? That easy. Switch out your gas or electric hot water system for an energy-efficient heat pump with EcoVantage. Then sit back and save up to 70% on your water heating costs. And get it supplied and installed for as little as $0, thanks to government-facilitated subsidies. Yep, new hot water system from $0 that saves you hundreds. Pump your energy bills down with ecovantage.com.au.
Look around your house and yard. If you see old tools, broken bike frames, an old fridge and even that old car, don't look at it as junk, look at it as dollar signs. At Nor Metals, our priority is to give you the best value for your scrap metal disposal. We offer cash for scrap Monday to Friday and Saturday mornings for a range of different steel supplies and car components, including bodies and radiators. Get cash for your scrap at Nor Metals, 255 Grand Junction Road, Ottaway.
G'day, it's Rory Sloane. Schools, councils and businesses all over South Australia choose Leader Computers for very important reasons. Leader is local and offers exceptional value. No matter what happens, Leader can be on site to fix your problem. No overseas or interstate call centres to deal with. Plus, Leader Computers is a 100% owned and operated South Australian company, offering fast same-day delivery and setup. Grow your business and get behind a Leader. Find your local dealer at leadersystems.com.au.
Do you live in a low mobile reception area? A Telstra Go repeater can help maximise your coverage, improving your call experience and giving you a more consistent data performance. And if you're a resident of the Mid-Murray Council area, you may be eligible for a subsidy of up to $888 on your Telstra Go repeater antenna and installation. To learn more, register your interest online or visit us at our Murray Bridge store. Program end date 30th June 2023. Offer ends once funding has been exhausted.
This week's specials at Foodland. Heinz Classic Soups, $5.20 to $5.35 grams. A soup, a half-price deal, just $2.20. Purina Felix Cat Food, 85-gram 12-pack. Perfectly priced, only $9.50. And Omo Ultimate 3-in-1 Capsules 28-pack. Half price, just $14.50. Till April 18th while stocks last.
Great food lives here, Foodland. The mighty South Aussies, yeah.
David, it's almost here. Gather Round hits SA from the 13th to the 16th of April, and together with Macca's, we can get you there in style.
All this week, we've got your chance to win exclusive locker room tickets to check out the biggest games at Adelaide Oval, including food and drinks.
It's one of the best places to watch the footy, so for your chance to be in the locker room, keep listening to Breakfast on 5AA, your home of Gather Round.
All thanks to Macca's, official partners of the AFL Gather Round. Kick your way down to Footy Festival to grab your Macca's Sharon footy. I'm loving it.
With more stores close to home and everyday low prices, great food lives at Foodland, the mighty South Aussies.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
24 minutes after 6, where are they now? Very shortly with Nathan Eagleton, former Port Adelaide and Western Bulldog, and we're going to hear from Adelaide 36's new recruit Jason Cadee.
Okay, I'm getting smashed on the Foodland
Are you,
text.
mate?
Oh, you only like Ned McHenry because you do a fishing show with him and he's one of your cobbers. No, he's not.
True.
How can you get 5 votes in the Coaches Award? How can you have 10 score involvements, 3 goal assists, and play the game he did as the high half forward with the pressure that he puts on and get dropped for... Now, sadly for Peds, I mean, you get reported, that's unfortunate. I'd have made him the sub. Ned...
Oh, look,
Possession is 9/10 of the law.
Yeah, I can say it as
I
an
like
independent.
my selections,
It was a
not
great
this
game.
one. Galandau for Fog all day, every day. They did the right thing. No McAdam, no Berry. I get all of that. But Ned McHenry, what do you think, Cyril?
Yeah, no, peddler in, Rowey. Peddler in, thank you, sir.
Well, there you go.
Oh, okay, well, that just killed that.
Didn't it?
Yeah. Now,
Well,
listen, you had a couple of-
okay, Cyril. Pedlar or Keys?
Look, that's going to be a very good question by about halfway through this year, I reckon.
There you go. There, good.
I think
and good
the way Pedlar's shaping, going out, improving, that's going to be a very tough decision at some stage later in the year.
Yeah, well done. Now, what do you want to talk
guys,
about?
You had a couple of good calls earlier.
Did we?
It's obvious you blokes don't get down into the general bar areas and food
Nick off,
outlet
Cyril, I
areas.
walk past it all the time. There's lines going up left, right and centre, mate.
Well, look, I've been to 3 games there this year.
Okay.
And look, seriously,
It's not good.
It's amateur hour at the moment. It is really the worst I've ever seen it. And I'll tell you one thing about Gather Round. If they go full capacity attendances, unless they get it right this weekend, with tens of thousands of interstaters coming, if they get bad service like we've had so far this year, it'll be a big story. Believe me, it'll be a big story.
Well, I'm
So I
sure,
hope
that,
the
I'm
stadium
sure the
manager-
SMA, I'm sure the SANFL, I'm sure everyone involved is getting as many staff as they can to cater.
Well, I think they'd be doing
They
that
have to.
anyway.
Thanks, Cyril. Love your work, mate. How you going, Quentin?
Yeah, good, thanks, boys. Hey, just want to say about the Gather Round. In our house, we've got Freo, Suns, Swans, and Port Power as the 4 teams we follow.
Wow.
And our two, yeah, it's pretty good on Friday night with the wife and I up against each other. But I just think don't care about the beer and how long it takes to get a beer or a hot dog or whatever. The kids are just excited about being able to see their teams.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's what it's all about. We get to see our teams playing other teams, and they're all here. It's all exciting. It's just great for Adelaide, and I don't care about all the other negative stuff. Just let's get on board, and it's a good spend by the government.
Good on you,
Can't
Quentin.
wait.
Now you're a
Can't
Gold
wait.
Coast man. You got Freo.
Yeah.
That's Friday 4:40. Have you got your tickets?
Yeah, we have. Yeah, we've got them a long time ago, and so we'll be there. Bloody bugger of a time after work and all that to get to the parade, but we'll be right.
No, well done. Take a deck chair and just sit on the outer.
I'll be out in the oval, bloody holding up the banner and all that sort of malarkey.
There you go.
Are you? Are you in the cheer squad, Quentin, with a Q?
Yeah, there's a whole heap of us that get out there
Good
and do
on
that
you.
sort of stuff. Yeah, we've been doing that for a few years.
Good on
Getting
you.
a bit old for it, but
God, they stink at the moment, don't they, Gold Coast?
Yeah, it's bloody crap. It's not good. I'm because I've got a bet with you too.
Yeah,
So-
I know, and God, you're a fool.
Oh, thanks for that. Yeah.
Round 4. Just ease up. Yeah.
I like stirring, Quentin. Well done,
Ah,
Quentin
good man.
from Albranella. You're a good
Thanks,
man.
mate.
Good
And
stuff.
just in regards to that Nord Oval game, which we'll have free on Gold Coast on Friday night, the parade's going to be closed from 1 p.m. to 10 p.m. between the Osmond Road and Sydenham Road space, but near the Oval, basically. So for those who like to use the parade Friday during the day and at evening, it's going to be pretty difficult.
We used to close that all the time when we played Port
Yeah,
down
that's
the parade.
true. That was just to
Definitely
keep us
Sydenham
out, though.
Road.
That was just to keep us out.
Oh, no, it wasn't. We wanted to get in because you couldn't beat us at the parade.
We had some good battles there.
Yeah, we did.
I love the parade. Do love playing there.
It is a good deck.
All right, 29 after 6. Where are they now? With Nathan Eagleton next.
The 5AA Sports Show, Rowey and Timmy G. 5AA Breakfast.
The Premier of South Australia is in the 5AA Breakfast studio with us.
There's a certain group of people who go, is this bread and circuses? But it does feel